Ganago, amical, va sortir. Elle est sortie.
Combien? C'est qui sont sortis des camps?
Ganago, prêt. Ganago, fight, il a sorti là-bas.
Qui sort?
Ganago est fight.
Je sors.
Hé, Max, regarde-moi.
Je reste là.
C'est bon, Max.
Il reste là.
Sautez ici là.
On a compris.
Les gars, ne partez pas le but.
Samba, colle.
Ne partez pas le but, les gars. Ne partez pas le but. Ne partez pas le but.
Je me fais confiance, ok? Et les gars, allez, au bout. Tout la Vas-y à fond. Ton camp. Bien joué. Bien, Jam. Avance. Joue. On avance. Vas-y, tu es côté. Chamba, joue. Take your man.
No pushing, no pulling, hands off. Don't use your head. Hands off.
Away. Easy, man. Easy.
LASK can make just a one change from the team who turned out at Celtic Park, with Danik replaced by Buhari, and for the Celts, Martin O'Neill has decided they did well enough, they don't need to change. So LASK line up with Youngworth in goal, and a back three of Umbayamba, Alamau and Andrade. The wing backs are Jorgensen and Bello. In midfield it's Shubashik, Buhari and Horvath, and then it's Usor and Adeniran up top. Celtic are Sinisilo in goal, and a back four of Tierney, Trusty, Carter Vickers and Donovan. The holders McGregor and Bauer, and then it's Yang, Nygren and Duran behind Hoy. Well, we're closing in on kick-off at the Raiffeisen Arena in Linz in Austria, where in this Champions League qualifier, their home team have got quite the job of trying to overturn a 3-0 deficit to Glasgow Celtic. At LASK make just a one change from the team who turned out at Celtic Park, with Danek replaced by Buhardi, and for the Celts, Martin O'Neill has decided they did well enough, they don't need to change. So LASK line up with Youngworth in goal, and a back three of Umbiamba, Alamau and Andrade. The wing backs are Jorgensen and Bello. In midfield it's Shubashik, Buhardi and Horvath, and then it's Usor and Adeniran up top. Celtic are Sinisilo in goal, and a back four of Tierney, Shosty, Carter Vickers and Donovan. The holders McGregor and Bauer, and then it's Yang, Nygren and Duran behind Hoy. Well, we're closing in on kick-off at the Raiffeisen Arena in Linz in Austria, where in this Champions League qualifier, their home team have got quite the job of trying to overturn a 3-0 deficit to Glasgow Celtic. At LASK make just a one change from the team who turned out at Celtic Park, with Danek replaced by Buhardi, and for the Celts, Martin O'Neill has decided they did well enough, they don't need to change. So LASK line up with Youngworth in goal, and a back three of Umbiamba, Alamau and Andrade. The wing backs are Jorgensen and Bello. In midfield it's Shubashik, Buhardi and Horvath, and then it's Usor and Adeniran up top. Celtic are Sinisilo in goal, and a back four of Tierney, Shosty, Carter Vickers and Donovan. The holders McGregor and Bauer, and then it's Yang, Nygren and Duran behind Hoy. Well, we're closing in on kick-off at the Raiffeisen Arena in Linz in Austria, where in this Champions League qualifier, their home team have got quite the job of trying to overturn a 3-0 deficit to Glasgow Celtic. At LASK make just a one change from the team who turned out at Celtic Park, with Danek replaced by Buhardi, and for the Celts, Martin O'Neill has decided they did well enough, they don't need to change. So LASK line up with Youngworth in goal, and a back three of Umbiamba, Alamau and Andrade. The wing backs are Jorgensen and Bello. In midfield it's Shubashik, Buhardi and Horvath, and then it's Usor and Adeniran up top. Celtic are Sinisilo in goal, and a back four of Tierney, Shosty, Carter Vickers and Donovan. The holders McGregor and Bauer, and then it's Yang, Nygren and Duran behind Hoy. Well, we're closing in on kick-off at the Raiffeisen Arena in Linz in Austria, where in this Champions League qualifier, their home team have got quite the job of trying to overturn a 3-0 deficit to Glasgow Celtic. At LASK make just a one change from the team who turned out at Celtic Park, with Danek replaced by Buhardi, and for the Celts, Martin O'Neill has decided they did well enough, they don't need to change. So LASK line up with Youngworth in goal, and a back three of Umbiamba, Alamau and Andrade. The wing backs are Jorgensen and Bello. In midfield it's Shubashik, Buhardi and Horvath, and then it's Usor and Adeniran up top. Celtic are Sinisilo in goal, and a back four of Tierney, Shosty, Carter Vickers and Donovan. It's a very warm welcome to our coverage of the game. It's just kicked off at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is 0-0. Celtic obviously have a 3-goal lead on aggregate. I'm John Hogan. It's going to be Joe to take us through the first bit, Joe Pearson. I suspect, Joe, that Celtic may have got it won already, but LASK looked good at Celtic Park, and if they grab an early goal, who knows?
Yeah, who knows indeed. I think they'll do all right if they do get that early goal. It's just Celtic with the ball at the moment, though. Just inside their own half, they've just played it onto the left to Kieran Tierney. Down the wing it goes onto Hyun-Jun. He's played it in towards the middle of the park, but they've been dispossessed here by LASK, and LASK will head down onto the left-hand side. Another shot from edge of the area. Blocked out, though, on this occasion by Carter Vickers. And it goes out for a throw-in there. As you see, the head coach Kubauer, arms folded at the moment, just in conversation with his assistant on that sideline. And it will be a long throw in by LASK. Towards the near post it goes. Headers are up in the air. It's bobbling around the box. It's finally cleared by Donovan. And forward it goes in towards then. Can he bring it down? He can't. LASK are doing well. It's still not picked up by anybody in the middle of the park at the moment. Ball is just bouncing around. It's made its way onto the left-hand side to Hyun-jun then. Tries to get around the defender. Defender puts in a strong challenge there by Jorgensen, and he'll head down this right-hand side. He's got support. He tries to play it through the middle. Kurt Vickers is there though, blocked away, and it finds its way middle of the park. Bogard. Good defending by Celtic though, just one back easily by them, and they'll head down this left-hand side now. Hyun-jun needs a little bit of support, cuts inside into his right foot, and goes down to the right-hand side. LASK not putting any pressure on at the moment, as Celtic just play it back to Carter Vickers then. Carter Vickers tries to play it through the middle. He's got to be careful. Usor was up there. At the moment, Celtic just passing it around the back. Of course, LASK do have two players up top at the moment. Ball onto the left-hand side, and forward it goes. Long ball forward by Celtic. Away though, in the end, by the defenders. Kept in on that right-hand side by Jorgensen. I think he thinks it's gone out as it was headed away. I think Celtic will have a throw-in on the left-hand side then, as we see Martin O'Neill. He's also in conversation with his assistant. Just goes down to sit with a glass of water, but throw-in has been taken quickly here. Hyun-jun tries to get it inside the box. Good block though by Alameo. And out it goes. Actually came back off of Hyun-jun, so it's out for just a goal kick to LASK then. Just managed just to get the cross inside the box, but was blocked out Alameo. And now it will just be goal kick to LASK. Jungworth will take. Forward it goes. Pushing the back there by Tierney on Usor, but the referee just tells them both to get back up towards their feet, and play will continue. Onto the left-hand side it goes then for Celtic. This is nice movement by Celtic. They seem to try and find the wings, but Jorgensen doing well against Hyun-jun. Just nearly dispossesses him there, but goes out for a throw-in. Back onto the left-hand side to Trusty, American international. Moves its way onto the right-hand side to Donovan. Donovan plays it into Bauer. Bauer is then chucked down to the floor, and it will be a free kick to Celtic. Hoarth just gets on the wrong side of his man. Down goes Bauer. It will just be a quick free kick by Celtic then. Seems to be moving the ball quite nicely, Celtic, at the moment. Just doing some simple passes, just trying to catch LASK, I think, out on the break. They're playing this sort of slow football, and then just quickly turning it on against them. Ball into the middle of the park. Ho takes it down. Does have a few members in support, a few teammates. Now onto the left-hand side to Hyun-jun. Ball forward back to Ho. Can he get there? He does flick it on. Oh, missed though by Ho. As he came, I think it was Nygren who came sliding in there. Howard played it back across. He couldn't quite flick it towards that far post, and Nygren came rushing in, sliding across, but he ever so slightly misses it. But what a move through the legs of Mbayaba, who comes across there, through the legs of him. Maybe the goalkeeper gets a slight touch onto it to take it away from Nygren, but it will be a goal kick to LASK, who have taken this one quickly as well. But Celtic back onto it now. Coming down, some real pressure. Foul comes in. A few of the Celtic players maybe wanting a foul for that challenge that's just been on McGregor, but referee says play continues. LASK down the left-hand side. It's good covering by Donovan. Does well to dispossess Bello off of the ball, and then wins his side a free kick as well. Really well played by Donovan on the right-hand side. Bello just couldn't quite get around him. Just used his strength to shield the ball. Bello didn't think it was a challenge. He didn't think it was a foul, but the referee saw it the other way. It will be just a throw-in actually to Celtic, as they play it long downfield. Headed away though by LASK, kept in by Bello. Goes out though by Usor on that left-hand side. And actually they will get a throw-in.
We'll start. We'll be hoping
that LASK can get the bit between their teeth for a neutral. We want to see a game of it. I felt in the first leg, which I did do, that Celtic surprised me. I thought that Camilo Duran had one of those games where it's like, this is what I am, this is what I do, and that was brilliant for him. I could see that Mika Bauer was just beginning to look like a bit of a player. Here's Casper Ho on the ball, just lays it back. A break from Nygren now, puts a left-footed cross in, come off the toe end of the defender. It's a corner kick. So an opportunity there now. Mbiamba put it out. So yeah, I think LASK probably need to grab a goal. They look like they could have scored. I was certain they were going to score at Celtic Park, and then of course they didn't. But they created loads of opportunities. Bauer goes across to take this one. But yeah, jury's out still on Mika Bauer. But I could see what he is and what he's not. He's not a pivot really. He's not a defensive screen. He's box to box. He's a nice passer of the ball. I don't know who he would be like really to compare, Joel, but he's a nice tidy footballer kind of thing, and I'm not quite sure where he's going to fit in the end, but he's got a decent engine on him and he likes to play forward, so he puts a lot on Callum McGregor's shoulders, I feel, as Celtic lose the ball in the middle of the park. Lubashik now driving forward. Can he get the ball away? He cuts, but he cuts into Callum McGregor, who is able to take the ball off him. And then the ball goes back to the Celtic defence. Carter Vickers back to his keeper, and he thumps it away. They played well counter-attack at last, but they're at home now. Obviously, there's more emphasis on them getting forward. They've got a back three, and they're just looking after one man, aren't they? Which seems a strange thing to do, but that's obviously their style. What do you think, Joe? Early, the LASK look like they've got something about them.
Yeah, indeed, I think they do. They seem to be targeted towards their sort of wide men, the sort of wing backs in Jorgensen and Bello at the moment. They're winning possession back nicely off of Celtic. When Celtic are sort of booting it downfield or trying to get it into the middle, they're playing some nice football.
There's a decent ball in, and Adeniran tries to get up for it, and indeed he did, but I think he nodded it off the Celtic defender. I guess it's Carter Vickers. Andrade with the ball in. So he's one of the centre-backs, but they don't mind getting early ball in. I think he might even have done better, but anyway, it did get blocked away, so it's at the expense of a corner. Anywho, we'll see. Ball goes short for them. Back to Usor, and now a little run around. Another cross to far post, but straight to the hands of Sinisilo, and he balls it out immediately. Counter-attack is on. Yang then, I thought he might have booted it too far ahead of himself. He might as well have not bothered. Terrible pass from him. He's got no left foot, as he trying that little clever little flick with the outstep of your right boot. I'm sure in his head he thought that was going to be fine, but it's so hard to get that right, isn't it?
Yeah, he's played some nice passes down this left-hand side, Yang, but he always seems, as soon as he gets the ball, Jorgensen is sort of closing down quite quickly, so he's having to play it. He needs that little bit of support, maybe just on the overlap from Kieran Tierney, but at the moment he's not getting that real support, and obviously he's only got one man to sort of aim at up top if he does get round the defender.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we'll see how we're getting on. But anyway, we're at 10.5 minutes in. Celtic back on the ball. And yeah, just try to take a bit of sting out of the game. They obviously want it to be quiet, but the ball now played around the back and all the way back to the keeper Sinisalo at his feet. Arthur Vickers, he's a decent footballer, I think. I still think Scales probably should be in the team ahead of Trusty, but they've gone unchanged, obviously from the winning team last week. And the ball fired forward. So yeah, I guess they've done their job over 11 minutes, but there's a long way to go. Like we said, for LASK, they need to grab a goal, and the earlier the better in this lovely Raiffeisen arena. I've only seen the outside of the stadium, it's pretty new. It looks absolutely mint. There's only 20,000 people squeezed in. but it's a lovely, relatively new stadium in Linz. As the ball comes off the toe end of Kieran Tierney. In fact, no, it's been given the other way, so I think he gets a little bit lucky there. So for Celtic, I mean, obviously a new season. Again, I wonder if they've spent money wisely or spent enough. But in truth, I think, having seen Rangers already look a mess this season, with Hearts depleted as well, though he's a cutback, and they've got to deal with that. Trusty just about does. But then the ball's bobbling around, a shot comes in, that's blocked away just the edge of the area. A couple of shots, unconvincing efforts there. So Celtic played down and blocked that shot. I think as things stand right now, Celtic are the favourites to go on and win the Scottish Prem again. Rangers would have to spend a bit more money. They'd bought Shankland and Devlin, haven't they, from Hearts, and that's made Hearts weaker. I saw Hearts lose to Aberdeen at the opening weekend, but having watched Celtic in this competition last week, as the ball comes in and a bit of defending from Carter Vickers, I could see a few pennies dropping, certainly with Camilo Duran. He played well. I think Nygren's getting better and better, and they're just beginning to sort of settle down a little bit. Anyway, just a thought. Last year I was thinking that Rangers might win the title. I thought they had the strongest squad, but they made a mess of things. We saw now with the long throw, but he only finds the head of Austin Trusty. Head away from Young, leaves a lot to be desired, and then the flick on, he's not great, but the ball blocked away, and Celtic have got the counter-attack. Lovely little step. Now they've got 3 against 1 if they can use the ball wisely. Casper Ho then running into space. He's gone for a strike. That's so greedy. I mean, he'd got Duran on his shoulder. He'd got 2 options there. He didn't make a decisive cut either, so he's allowing the keeper to size up the strike. I know a striker wants to score, but that's really weak, isn't it?
Yeah, if I'm Casper Ho, he's given a little bit too much away there. He's cut inside on that right foot, and you can always tell by the sort of body position where he's going to go down into that far corner. Maybe try and play it back across the goalkeeper as much, but here we see that LASK are coming as well.
Yeah, they are down the left-hand side now with Adeniran. Can he put a decent ball in? He can. Almost a bicycle kick, and then it comes off the knee of the man running in behind Lubicic. In fact, no, it was the wing-back Jorgensen who made up the ground there. Well, the game going end-to-end now, which is making it exciting. I did Fulham Chelsea last night talking about exciting. That was a brilliant game of football. Here, I think there's no way that we're going to be 0-0, Joe. There's going to be plenty of goals in here.
Yeah, there definitely will be. Lovely ball in by Adeniran, but I think at the end of it, Jorgensen was off put by Usor, who tried the overhead kick, and then I think he just didn't have time to sort of react, because he sort of stopped his run, realised that Usor had missed, and by that time it was a bit too late, just came off the right leg.
So here they come again with Jorgensen down the right-hand side to Lubicic, just returning passes with him. Bohadi on the ball there. Malero Bohadi, the Dutchman who plies his trade internationally for Suriname, who wasn't playing in the first leg. They had Danik playing, number 9 on his back, but without really sort of number 9 instinct, if you like. Anyway, the ball had gone straight out there. Sinisalo, he's happy to take his time. The ball down, can't faff about too much. The ball to Tierney down the flank. Yang tries to scoop it away. Some good hold-up play by Hoy, and then a lovely little inside ball to Nygren, gets him going. Got Duran with him, going to use him this time. So Camilo Duran, not a great winger, a great finisher. He's on the ball. Again, they play it down the right for Donovan, who'd made up the ground. I'm enjoying watching Colby Donovan. McGregor purrs into action, chimes into the line, and then they've got to the byline. Duran just got to step in, keeps hold of the ball. He hasn't got any, I'm not sure he's got any great flicks or tricks, but here they go. Tierney, a chance for a strike, and well, that was blocked away at source by Mbayamba. Good block from him, but it all opened up. I couldn't understand why Tierney's eyes lit up there.
Yeah, I think he just saw the gap, didn't he? He just thought, well, there's nobody else to try and pass it, so I'll just have a shot from there. But Yeah, I think LASK got back in numbers there, and it really off-put Celtic because they couldn't quite get the ball inside the box. You saw that Ho was sort of running in there as the lone man, trying to cause a little bit of nuisance, but LASK held strong there. Nice to get back in numbers.
Yeah, they did. Game's got a nice ebb and flow to it right now. Celtic are seeing a fair amount of the ball. They're not mugs on the ball as Jan tries his little Cruyff turn, can't make it stick. Like I said, I think a revelation, like a beep went off in my head last week. I kept watching him, always at the edge of the area in that sort of Steve Gerrard, if the ball breaks to me, I'm going to smack it in sort of role. And it's all right being that man, but then you've actually got to, you know, some people do that, well, you know, if it does then. But then I looked at this guy's record and he's scored everywhere he's been. So if he can find half a yard, he's gonna get goals. And I think that's vital to any football team. You get somebody in there like that. Here now, Bello tried to get round the back, but that came off Donovan, I fancy, and that will make it a corner kick. So loads of energy in the game. The game's swinging end to end for anybody, any neutral watching it. It's a cracking good game of football.
It is indeed, yeah, really end-to-end stuff. LASK just trying to find an opener really at home to sort of get themselves going. It was a lovely little ball onto the left-hand side for Adoniran, and then really good movement from Bello as well, just to get back around. There was nobody covering him from Celtic point of view. They all reacted a little bit too late to that one. That time, Bello managed to get inside the box.
So here we go, ball comes in, and it should have gone into the far post. How did that not go in? There's a little flick on at near post from the corner, and then at the far post, I think it might be Alamau or Umbayamba, either which one though. I thought it's got to go. It's got to go. Which one is it? Umbayamba, isn't it? Number 4 at the far post, and just an ace away. No conviction. You've got to believe that the ball's going to get there for you to tap in, and by the time it comes across, it's a bit late, isn't it?
Yeah, again, he stopped his run thinking that it's going to be cleared away by Celtic, or that he's not going to quite get to it, and then he starts to run again, and by that point he's then battling with the Celtic defender, trying to scramble towards the ball.
Shot from range on, it's I think it was saved by Sinisalo onto the post. Nearly could have gone off his back and into the goal there. A pot shot from range from Andrade, and wow, that was nearly goal number 1. So another corner kick, another opportunity, and they're building up a bit of a head of steam here, Joe. Yeah,
quite a high line from LASK, and that forced Celtic's sort of mistake. Andrade just thought about the shot from distance. It took a slight deflection, then got off Carter Vickers, spun sort of towards the bottom corner, and Sinisalo acted quickly.
He did, and the corner kick comes in, disappointingly drilled near post, headed away, and then picked up by Horvath, their captain. He's a good player, I think. Good, lively player, Horvath, that gets involved a lot. Yeah, he might have had a goal at Parkhead, but anyway. Yeah, they just couldn't find a way, and I wonder for them if it's going to be another one of those nights for them. Just a bit of disappointment and frustration, but I still don't think anybody's had as good a chance as Celtic when they were 3 against 1 and Kasper Høy took his shot, which was easily saved. Anyway, plenty of other action tonight, EFL action. Of course, there's some of the other qualifiers going on in the Champions League, where looks like Baku are going to get the better of Hapoel Beersheva, but that's in extra time, isn't it? So just in that, 5-2. But a glimpse, I think we're well ahead of Nijmegen, if memory serves well, but they're no goals yet. Nijmegen down to 10 men. Hapoel, they've had 2 men sent off. Wow. Strange things happening, but yeah, they indeed have had 2 men sent off, so they're extra time, but they're down to 9 men. Here's Yang now, he breaks the byline, into the box he goes, little Macy dribble, and a laid back, and the shot comes in, it's blasted in by Callum McGregor, and that could be the tie right there. A drill in, everybody watching Yang, and they're really queuing up to get the ball at the edge of the area. Terrible defending from LASK.
Yeah, it was indeed. I think they thought that Yang was maybe going to try the shot or cut inside to the right foot and then try and whip it towards that back stick, and all the Celtic players started to move around, and no LASK players got a hold of him. I think the shot came in actually finally from Kieran Tierney, who's the man I think who has got onto the score sheet. He scored the first in this game, but the fourth on aggregate now. The ball has just moved onto his left-hand side. Yang with some lovely footwork manages to get inside the box, cuts inside into that right foot, plays it back to Tierney. And well, actually, I think it comes off of the defender, doesn't it? And past the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's going to get to that. I think it's Andrade who turns it past his own goalkeeper.
Yeah, tried to get there, but camera looking at Tierney, but it was definitely Callum McGregor's shot. Just before it happened, Callum McGregor was pointing to Tierney to get to the edge of the area and get on it. And then it was like, oh no, it's me. But anyway, Sinisalo comes out to a ball lumped into the area. In the EFL, Barnsley just scored a third goal. How many times Barnsley 3 goals the first half? Oh, yeah, that was all the time. Anyway, LASK 0, Celtic 1. And yeah, that we're just looking at the last effort from Andrade. His shot took a wicked deflection. That's the one that came off the post. They were a little bit unlucky with that, weren't they? Just clawed out, really. I mean, you've got to give credit to Sinisalo as well, don't you? I would say.
Yeah, it was indeed. Fingertips sort of onto the post, and he reacted well to it because then sort of shots you think are maybe going to go over to the crossbar or come straight at you, and then it takes that slight wobble off of the Celtic defender, quickly spins up into the air, drops down. But yeah, good save, good reaction time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So another corner kick here for Celtic. After we've had this, we'll hand over to Joe to take us through to half-time. Celtic 4-0 to the good on aggregate as the ball from Bauer comes in. Referee spotted something or nothing. So you're listening to independent off-tube studio commentary, and it is LASK 0, Celtic 1. And we're taking another look at the goal. A wicked deflection. It was on target, so he'll get it. But Andrade just wrong-footed his keeper, Joe, and well, there you go. 4-0 is going to be hard to turn around, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed. I think the goalkeeper's probably going to save that as well. Had Andrade not got his foot in the way of it, but I think that's where a goalkeeper sort of needs to be vocal, doesn't he? Maybe needs to tell him it's his, move out the way of it. But LASK still coming forward it, still coming with some pressure. They have the ball on the left-hand side with Bello, but he just plays it back to Andrade. LASK winners in 11 fixtures in UEFA competition. They've drawn 4 and lost 7. They last competed in European competition 2 seasons ago, losing to FCSB of Romania in the Europa League playoff round before finishing a lowly 35th in the Conference League after 3 draws and 3 defeats. 7-0 thrashing away to Fiorentina. LASK moving the ball around, still at the back here. No real pressure coming from Celtic at the moment. Of course, just playing with that one striker. There's no real need for them to put any pressure on at the moment either, is there really?
No, they can play it how they want now, can't they? I just think that so important, and it really takes the wind out of the sails. You know, for LASK, they had a shot deflected, didn't they? Andrade's shot. Imagine that just scrapes in. All of a sudden, it's a different game. They're back in it. Ball goes straight down the other end. They stood off Yang, but worse than that, you know, they're defending that deep there, thinking they're doing the job, and nobody's picking up at the edge of the area. Who did they think was going to shoot? You know, fresh air. And then if you stood right in front of your keeper, yeah, you might get a blocking, or you might just do what Andrade did, which is deflect the ball into the back of your own net.
Yeah, indeed, Andrade has just given away a foul. Trying to go for the acrobatic finish, and whacked straight into the back of the legs of Donovan. So it will just be a free kick for Celtic inside their own box, which they've taken quickly again, trying to get it long downfield. Good defending though. In the end, Romeo just holds off Nygren from getting the ball. LASK maintain possession of it now. Again, just passing it around the back. Ball's moved on to the right-hand side. Jorgensen tries to get the 1-2 with Bogard, doesn't work out. Here comes Celtic again. Yang tries to play that quick pass up there. They're doing well, they just seem to sort of be trying to block Yang out of passes at the moment. LASK managed to find his way inside the box when he is one-on-one, but they're starting to double up. But a mistake at the back here, it's led to Nygren. Can he finish it? He can't. Deflected over, goalkeeper came rushing out. And in the end, a good stop, but it will be a corner for Celtic.
Absolutely, it nearly broke from there, didn't it? He's got an ambition to get forward now. I think he's really settled into his place in the team, and he's just trying that little sort of lob wedge flick over the top of him. So close to making it stick there. We're just looking at that again. In fact, it was Kasper Høj, wasn't it? It was a lovely attempt from the Danish international, but close but no cigar this time. He's another one bedding in, isn't he? He grabbed a hat-trick early doors, didn't he? And that sort of settled him down a bit. But yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
Break away, but he actually came back off of him last after the save, but messing around by Bello at the back, too busy trying to pass it around the back. LASK and start something. It's quickly Celtic sort of slowly approach them. Donovan was all over him. They are here now. Celtic again. Young goes into Tierney on the left hand side. He gets his head up, wants to go to the cross towards the back stick. By the goalkeeper. Strong hand away there. Boy, he was trying to reach around the back of the goalkeeper. Good run from him. Strong hand, and LASK playing it out to the left hand side now. Aran's made a run on the right hand side. Wilson overlaps him, beats him to the ball. 1-on-1 against Tierney. He's under the support. Bogard chips a ball in. Uso tries the header, but wide of the post. Sinisilo didn't even bother to try and make any move towards it. He knew already that was going over, but LASK still playing with some intent.
Well, they're at home, aren't they? And the crowd expect, it's one of those things. They're like, well, okay, we've just got to score a few goals then, eh? One more than we needed before. But they still need to score goals, don't they? And it's as simple as that. I think you've got to almost disregard that goal. Well, yeah, until we get 2 goals, we were nowhere in the game anyway, so just go get 2 goals then. It's not... the assignment hasn't changed that much, has it really? So they need to do, get their head down and score. They'll be a bit disappointed, but you've got to put that behind you. And then the next thing is, well, let's at least try and win the home leg. Here they are, an opportunity for Andy. Now he ran a shot. Ooh, and well, you just get the feeling it's not your night. I thought he was going to score then. He's in the clear in the box, Joe, but he can't make it stick.
Yeah, lovely little run, just pulls away from Carter Vickers. Uso was there. Makes a really good run inside the box. He just gets his head down, just looks up, and he actually miskicks it. He doesn't get his laces through it as much as he wanted, and it ends up coming off of his heel and going wide of the post. But a chance for him there until the first leg. LASK have scored in their past 15 matches in a row in all competitions, while Celtic have now scored in their past 14. Well, just having a word here with Adonai Ran. Something that happened within the corner flag over there. I think he just went in late on Donovan. The referee's just having a word. Sinisilo rushed out of his net. And Donovan is all right, I think. Just looking up towards the referee. He's now back up towards his feet.
He's got the tiny shin pads, hasn't he? They're like, I don't know, OXO cubes or something. He's a good young lad there, but he just jarred himself, didn't he? And then there's a strong challenge on him. You forget, don't you? Because he looked quite accomplished, I think. But he's only 19, so he's forcing his way through. If they're going to sell Johnston, I think he's a better bet than Ralston. Yeah, I think he's got a future. He looks pretty good. And he's got a lot of energy, but let's hope he's all right.
Yeah, I think he's all right to continue. Running on that right side, Silo now has possession of the ball. To the left hand side, now to Tierney. Good pressure now coming from LASK, trying to force a mistake, and they do so. Paul ball forward by Bauer. Goes out for a throw in to LASK and Celtic out on the right hand side. Just trying to force that mistake, and in the end they managed to succeed with it, but they've only gone back towards the defenders with this throw in. The opportunity to try and maybe play it forward. Yeah, but so that's I think Jorgensen. He was quickly pressed as well by Yang, and Celtic are just trying to move the ball around their own half, but LASK still putting on that pressure. Both teams just trying to pressure each other, try and force the mistake. Well, a mistake here by Celtic at the back. Adeniran, and it's into the back of the net it goes. Well, I think they were waiting for that offside flag, but the pressure came from LASK there. It's really good pressure. And, well, Celtic there with a poor ball back towards their goalkeeper. And nobody defended Adeniran, who just managed to run past them all and put it past the goalkeeper.
Well, you don't expect the ball's going to be given away to one of their more dangerous players like that, do you? It's a sloppy ball through the middle, been well read, and then keeper's in no position to save it. Centre backs are nowhere near it. I don't know who played that ball, but I think he must have been blindsided. He just didn't see him, and he came out of nowhere. But the thing is, they've always played with two up top. I mean, you don't always do that mentally. Are they all there? You know, but there we go. Maybe that's what can get them back into the game tonight. And at least maybe get a victory for them at home. But the fans will all of a sudden be up a little bit, as you were. They've got to pretend that they're 0-0 and starting again.
So actually put the ball inside the net. Just had a really good run, just round the back. You saw that Carter Vickers was out of position, and round the back he went. But both goals now have come from mistakes at the back as well.
Yeah, that it's a funny thing that, because I was thinking, well, in Ireland, when I saw him first time round, he's a striker sort of thing, and the other guy is down Wikipedia, who's like an attacking midfielder winger. But Uso looks a lot more like he's got goals in him. He looks the main threat really. So it's just as well that he broke to him. We'd already seen Adeniran in the box to hit the ball wide, haven't we? So I wonder where his confidence is at. But Uso was their best attacker in the first leg, and I'm not surprised he's grabbed a goal. And I'm not surprised that they have scored. And I'm not surprised we had 2 goals the first half, because it's been quite open. So we said expect goals, and that's exactly what we've had.
Put more pressure on here as well. They've managed to win the ball back with Bello on the left-hand side. A little move to Bogard. Players are now arriving inside the box. Onto the right foot he goes of Bogard. He'll try the shot, blocked out. Back out to Uso. Can he get the shot off? He can't. Rolled to right hand side. Jorgensen will try the shot, blocked by Tierney. Jorgensen still pressing that. Still has possession of the ball. He's beaten Tierney down towards it. The ball to the left-hand side. Alameo. Bello now has possession of it. Just goes back to Andrade. Moving it from left to right at the moment, trying to find a way through. Celtic have dropped back in numbers now, though. Chiche has possession of it. Finds Jorgensen. Celtic still getting back in numbers and finding it a bit more difficult now to try and break away through. I think that's the thing with LASK at the moment. They're just moving the ball around, but Celtic dropping back in numbers and they're sort of struggling. I think they just need to catch them out on the break, really.
I think it's a difficult thing when you're that far ahead. It's like, well, what do we do now? We it's like they're ahead of schedule. We kept them quiet. We actually scored a goal that Martin wanted us to do. Then what do you do? It's like, well, let's sit back and defend. But that's not their strong suit. And they showed at Celtic Park that Celtic aren't a great defensive side. They have to play balanced, play properly. But anyway, I mean, they won a piece. That was a bit of a slap in the chops, and I'm sure that Martin O'Neill said, look, lads, you've just got to play properly second half. Just be wary of anybody, tanking and that kind of thing, or anybody having an off game. But other than that, I mean, really, they're coasting, aren't they?
LASK scored twice in the first leg, but both goals ruled offside. Not though. Lost possession here with a sloppy pass as well. Celtic are just picking it up inside their own half. McGregor, nice turn. Is it through? Oh, tries to get there. He's bodied off the ball though. Really good strength from Alameo. He can set off now, but he just plays it to Bello on his left-hand side. And he's got to be careful. He just plays it back to Andrade to the right-hand side. To Jorgensen. Middle. Beachy, he's brought down, and it'll be a free kick to LASK inside of their own half, which they've tried to take quickly, but the referee said, well, no, let me have a word with this player before you try and take that one quickly. Just trying to catch Celtic off, but the refs allow the free kick now to be taken. Moved on to the left-hand side. Bogard. A little bit of support. find a way through inside the box. Will lift it in towards the near post. Well, it bounced into Silo. He's made a meal of that one, really. As he went down towards it, I think it just hit him in the face. I don't think he was expecting it to sort of bounce. I think he just wanted it to drop perfectly into his hands there.
But he didn't. Funny how that ball doesn't behave sometimes. And yeah, so corner kick. If this goes in, then maybe there'll be a bit more concern at half-time.
It's taken short, went in low, and Iron will try the shot on the turn, blocked though quite easily. As he moved forward towards Nygren, but he's dispossessed on that right side. Ball now with Bello. Tries to get the ball inside the box again. Miskicked by McGregor. Finally cleared away by him up towards the goalkeeper. Celtic are going to have some more defending to do. 10 minutes left to be played, including additional time. I don't think there'll be much additional time. LASK just moving around the ball at the moment. LASK has had more of the possession.
Yeah, that goal's given them a real buzz, hasn't it? And you know, it just reminded them, got the fans back up going, and you know, yeah, you're a team, and you can create. Celtic don't really know what they want to do now, and so yeah, they'll ferry him back. Celtic, but like I said, they're not a great defensive team. Anyway, we're going to see a long throw now. They've got that in their armour. Usora can deliver a long throw into the box like a corner kick.
See where this one ends up though. They have been headed away by Celtic at the near post every time. So will deliver it in towards that near post, and let's escape the Carter Vickers comes back out. Harrow dinked it, shot first time, blocked out though. Back out onto the left hand side. Andrade now has it in the middle, does a few step overs, is dispossessed though, and here comes McGregor, has support on the left hand side from Yang. Yang needs his support now, he's one-on-one against the defender, and he's just slowed himself down after doing a few step overs, and good challenge, good defensive work there. Harrow can get it back. And
he grinds my gears, Yang. He, honestly, you know, they do a proper counter-attack on there. And he did dabs it right foot. He had about 12 touches there, did nothing, and then he loses the ball. There are about 2 or 3 players breaking on the inside of him, you know. Look up and try and find him at least. But yeah, I find him wholly unconvincing. I know he's got a trick in him, and he played his part in the first goal as well, but I don't really rate him.
Last break on his left hand side of the ball, play to Bello. It can't be. Donovan's tried to get back. He's matched up for pace at the moment. He's done well. The ball is lifted in by Bello towards the goalkeeper. Safe hands in Silo. May, I think, taking a deflection on Donovan. But Donovan did really well to cover that ball there.
Oh, and I think it's a combination. Yes, he did, but Bello maybe should have just played it earlier. Instead, he played a ball under pressure that ballooned and allowed keeper to get there, rather than just saying, all right, I'll take the chance here. They may not be in position, but he might catch them all out, and who knows, with the second ball or something, but he just allowed himself to be closed down.
Celtic now passing it round the back again. Both teams have got to be careful with passes around the back. That's where both goals have come from at the moment, but all back to Silo, then back to the left side to Trusty. Training football passes at the moment, training stuff. So both strikers now sort of trying to close the gap between the Celtic defenders. Now Celtic will have to go long downfield with it. Touched by Biamba there. Ball back towards the goalkeeper. He's got to be careful. He's got Nigel rushing upon him. Out from underneath his feet. Now though by Carter Vickers. The process probably restarts for Celtic of passing it around the back, but I think maybe LASK have got to put a little bit more pressure on if they're going to continue to pass it around the back.
Yeah, exactly that. But I think they're doing all right. Again, they look a likely team. You know, 2 champion teams playing in the Champions League. It's not always like that, is it? You know, but they're both good sides. You could see from the first leg that they lacked luck really, but they're a decent team. But they actually seem well matched, and because Celtic have now got that advantage, it just seems going to be hard for them to drag it back. There's a foul on Duran. That's not going to help LASK either.
And it will be a free kick then. Iran just holding back Duran. Free kick. But taken quickly here by Celtic. LASK weren't ready, but I don't think any of the Celtic players were either. Ho tries to get it back across to Nygren. He says he was being held up there, but just needed to show maybe a little bit more strength within that position. But that's what happens when you try and catch LASK out and trying to catch the defenders out, but your team's not set as well.
No, exactly that. We're just looking at that. Nygren with a terrible back pass. Yeah, shame for him. But like I said, he sprung from nowhere, and that just gave a little bit of a buzz to Philip, then to Dietmar Kubauer, who just clasping his hands together and saying, finally, you know, a little bit of luck. But sometimes you do make your own luck as well. Anyway, here come at LASK with Lubicic through the middle, and now Jorgensen on the counter-attack.
On the right side, he's got support to his right as well, but he tries to go for goal. Carter-Vickers heads it away, but and the goalkeeper scrambling down to his right-hand side, but maybe could have used that play, but I think he tried to use it more as a dummy. Just take it quickly.
I think maybe the shot was on target there, but I also think Sinisai looked like he's in a good position, so who knows. But anyway, probably offside there, is there? The flag's gone up. Lubicic just got ahead of himself, and not the best from him. The number 10 needs to do a little bit better. Croatian on loan from AEK Athens, but he was never onside in that move.
Well, just didn't give a turn of the head to see if anybody was behind him. So the sort of like Celtic were playing, he sort of ran into the position. Offside, that's a free kick for Celtic. Downfield by Sinisai. He's put his hands up there to maybe say where's the movement, because he's just played it into an area where LASK were, and he seems a bit disappointed that there's no movement from his Celtic.
I think maybe throwing his hands up in the air and disappointed with himself. You know, sometimes they do, or sometimes it's why weren't you over there? And yeah, well, I wasn't, that kind of thing. But I'd like to think it was the Finn being disappointed with himself rather than his teammates. Anyway, here comes Celtic through the middle, opportunity, and keepers come out really well there. But Celtic still have at the edge of the area. Real opportunity now. Bauer, a lovely little touch inside. It's going to break here into the box. Is it? No, yes, no, not quite.
Yeah, couldn't quite get the shot off there. LASK quickly scrambled to try and get the ball away, but Celtic do maintain possession of the ball with Tierney. Ball round the back towards Yang. Shrugged off so easily there, but manages to get away with it. Tierney with a first-time ball in. It's looped up into the air. It's a hanging ball, but Nolan tries to get onto the end of it. It's a few step-overs. He needs a little bit of support. Finds Duran. Duran, good footwork from him. Can he deliver it inside the box? He can't. A bit too late with that one. Let's play it back to Donovan. Donovan on to McGregor in the sort of tempo of the game. Running ball inside the box, but nobody was really there. Celtic were not really players inside the box, were all sort of towards the edge of it. Although the momentum of that attack sort of fizzled out, really.
Yeah, not half. Anyway, yeah, it's, well, I guess it's been a good half for Celtic. Getting that first goal has just absolutely cemented their place in the tie. LASK really needed to score first and just set the alarm bells ringing. They did get a goal, but you know, still 3 goals between them. The referee's seen enough. That's going to make the second half of LASK a real tall order. So, anyway, at the Raiffeisen Arena, it is LASK 1, Celtic 1.
It's half-time in the Raiffeisen Arena. It is LASK 1 Celtic 1. Celtic took first blood today. That really made things quiet in Linz, but Callum McGregor getting on the end of a cut back from the edge of the box. It was a shot deflected past Andrade, but they all count. LASK got back into it. Poor back pass from Nygren was pounced upon by Uso, who then was in possession. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is LASK 1 Celtic 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is LASK 1 Celtic 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is LASK 1 Celtic 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is LASK 1 Celtic 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is LASK 1 Celtic 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is LASK 1 Celtic 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is LASK 1 Celtic 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is LASK 1 Celtic 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is LASK 1 Celtic 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1 Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1 Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1 Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1 Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1 Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1 Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1 Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1 Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1 Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1 Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back of the net. Nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back, and then nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first blood in this to take them 4-0 up on aggregate. Callum McGregor drilling one in from the edge of the area, deflected past his own keeper by Andres Andrade. But LASK got back into the game when Ben Nygren gave the ball away. Yuso pounced onto that one and smacked it into the back, and then nothing Sinisalo could do, and that made it one apiece. So it's half-time at the Raiffeisen Arena. It is at LASK 1, Celtic at 1. Celtic grabbed first.
Right, we're back, and yeah, Celtic are in a happy place, I think. They grabbed the first goal, and although LASK got one back, it's still, you know, 3-goal cushion. A lot of work for LASK to do. They've got a goal or two in them, you know, I don't doubt that, but you know, now trying to get 3 just to take it to extra time. The tall order as Tierney now takes a long throw into the last box. A bit of pushing and the shoving, and according to the referee, it was Casper who I'm never going to get that pronunciation right. And I have asked Eric, our Scandinavian expert, but I can't remember what he said. Anyway, whatever I said, he'd be wrong to Eric. So we're into the second half, Joe, and LASK have looked lively at times. I particularly like their goal scorer Yuso. I think he's got goals in him, you know, and he took his goal well. But have they got another 3 goals in him? Probably not. But let's see. Because they're going to be all out attacking, aren't they? A bit of defending for Celtic to do second half, Joe. Anyway. So, yeah, the manager, Dietmar Kerbauer. The arms folded, that's a defensive gesture, isn't it? We're going to see a long throw from Uso now, who doesn't go long. And he gets the ball back now, and it's a chance for him to cross in if he can. He's deflected away, and maybe a chance for Yang to counter-attack. Tierney with a long ball. He gives Nygren half a chance, but not quite. And then the ball will be picked up by LASK, and Horvath goes back to his own keeper. Certain things are becoming apparent this season, Joe. One is that Kieran Tierney is vital, that he stays fit. A lot of goals come from that left-hand side with him delivering good ball in. Nygren is grown up and into his position, and he's going to be a key cog. Will break off because Lubicic, oh, and he's driven it in, and that's a goal that's really surprised the edge of the area. The Croatian not having a great game, but it's a great strike. He took it well, and it was low, and Sinisalo couldn't get there, and now LASK 2, Celtic 1.
Yeah, well, the comeback might be on. Only 2 more goals now for them, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says it was a mountain, but mountains are there to be climbed. But down on this right-hand side it was for LASK. Ball comes into him, and I think, I can't see who it is, but they've got to use more strength there. The Celtic man who comes across, I think it's Trusty, has got to use more strength there. He's too easily bodied off that ball. And Lubicic is just there on the edge of the area, nobody marking him. And he turns around and just tries to fire that one low driven. Sinisalo couldn't do much about it, but the back of the ball again.
Oh, that was close. Uso running into the box. If Ito ends that one, it's going in, isn't it? It's a great ball right across the corridor of uncertainty there from Andrade, one of the 3 centre-backs, but he does creep forward like a winger down that left-hand side. Uso then driving in, using his pace. Well, I tell you what, you think it's all over, and then it's not. Celtic have got to wake up a bit here, because LASK get another goal, and then you know, you're into an awful lot of fretting and worry as they're all over him now. LASK looking for a little give and go at the edge of the area. Horvath on the ball. Gets it out of his feet. Jorgensen then delivers an early ball in. It bounces through the box. That wasn't great. I, like you then, Joe, my eyes were all of a sudden wide awake, looking at that ball going, why did they let it, why didn't they deal with it? Why did they let it bounce twice through the box?
Yes, and he sort of turned and was like sort of ready to come out. And then he sort of second guessed himself and he went, no, better not come out for this one, I'll let my defenders deal with it. And then his defenders didn't do it, so a bit of miscommunication in the back there for Celtic.
Yeah, I thought the defenders thought that the keeper was gonna, and he thought they were gonna. Horvath takes the corner kick now to the far post. Good punch by Sinisalo. He's gone down in a bit of a melee. He got up really quickly with the counter-attack on now. Yang puts his head down, as ever. All right foot. Runs down a blind alley, and then he fouls his man. At a certain point there, I can understand him losing the ball. It's a bit of a hiding to nothing, but he's sort of, it's a bit obvious what he's done there. Anyway, ball through, we're looking for Adeniran. He's trying to sort of just bundle his way through, challenges there. Well, the defender's gone down. Big strong boy is Samuel Adeniran, the Texan. And there, Carter Vickers knew about it. He's trying to just shepherd him off the ball. Well, two fellas there, a whole host of Americans or American internationals there, aren't they? But anyway, eventually Carter Vickers picks himself up, and he knows he's been in a battle there. 6'4" Adeniran. He's a big fella to tangle with. Martin looking a bit worried, but the ball at one high up the field again by Usor, and now trying to play their way out from the back. Nagran's ball not great, but they're doing it quite slickly. And then, well, Lubicic had played really well there. I thought he might just have won the ball again, but he went off him and out for a goal kick. Celtic bailed out there. It's sloppy, aren't they? You know, this game's not quite done and dusted just yet, is it?
No, not indeed. For Celtic there, they were just passing it around the back, and LASK were just putting on the pressure. There's about 4 players all around them on that right-hand side. And not one Celtic player turned around to try and kick it along up the field. They just seemed to try and pass their way around the back, and LASK dealt with it quite nicely. Yeah,
it was a bit nonchalant, wasn't it? Coventry scored a third at Plymouth. I think a few people were having a bob or two on them tonight, in our office at least. I think they were. So anyway, the ball now picked up by Sinisalo. So Lubicic's goal this second half has put a different complexion on the game, really. You're coasting it, but then now they realise they concede another one, and you know, and all of a sudden they would be on the back foot. Here, I think they've just got to try and remember to play properly, but they're not. Nygren there was the furthest forward. Kasper Hoed now almost decided to drop back and defend a little bit. Bello there's a lovely little in and out movement, and that was enough to beat Durant, but then he ran into traffic. And Celtic here sort of with Bauer just giving the ball away. I don't think that Mickey Bauer's having a particularly good game, and I think if Tati's on the bench, and we'll take a look at that in a second, then he really ought to be coming on. Bello now looking for the counter-attack, ball back to Horvath, who takes a look up and switches the wings. Ball through the middle now, Amber, and then a little touch off there to Jorgensen. Like he's going to put an early ball in, and then probably should have put the ball in before. Eventually, it's too long. The ball bounces harmlessly all the way through the box. But I think the LASK fans beginning to find their voices and get a bit excited. They've got a bit of momentum, and they're doing a lot better, aren't they?
Yeah, they are indeed. I think for Celtic, they're dropping really far back now, hoping and defending that LASK don't get a third goal. And that means that Ho's dropping back as well, and they've got no outlet at the moment. If they wanted to try and counter-attack, there's nobody there for them to pass to do that counter-attack at the moment. So so I think Celtic might struggle to try and get out of their own half when they do drop back.
Elsewhere at the City Ground, well, Nottingham Forest got beaten 1-0 by Leeds, the opening game of the Premier League season, and now again it's 1-0 to Leeds at the City Ground in the EFL Cup. So anyway, Dan James the scorer there. Last 2 Celtic 1, 2-4 on aggregate. We've seen some big turnarounds in Europe. I always mention, and probably will for a few years, Bodo Glimt. That's a cautionary lesson, isn't it? For those who think they can be home and hosed with 3 or 4-0. 4-0 for the good were they? And then they got undone by Sporting, didn't they? Anyway, long ball here for Celtic. Can they get anything going? It's not great defending by Andrade. The ball with Kasper Hutt, and he looks for a ball inside. It's a good ball as well. Ball driven across there, and Duran just can't get on the end of it. It's a good ball, but it took a deflection. Now Donovan is that inverted roll. The ball that won back. Neugren now, and he's got Donovan on the overlap. Puts the ball in, too close to keeper. Loaded box, then he needed to do just a little bit better.
Yeah, he did indeed. Tried to go towards that near post and off-put a little bit. The ball was too high up in the air. And then a quick rollout here from LASK means they've lost it as well now. So he's back with Celtic possession, and Celtic, I think, are just trying to find another one to make sure that LASK have a further comeback.
Yeah, so the flags are out, aren't they? In Linz, the Austrian team getting well supported. I'm sure Celtic are as well. But it's that difficult thing. You're so comfy, aren't you, at 4-0? Even the fans could be forgiven for giving their voices a little spell off. Callum McGregor wins the ball, then Young's giving it away. Not having a good game again, I'm afraid, for him. And then Adeniran gets lucky with a poor pass. It's blocked out. Duran gets shoving the back. That'll be enough to win a free kick. Clever stuff from the Colombian, who we've not seen at his best today, but then, you know, it was always going to be the case where they were going to have to do a little bit more defending.
Yeah, yellow card given out to the LASK manager there for something he's been saying on the sidelines. He's continued to go, isn't he, really? He's not.
It didn't stop him, did it? No. Anyway, Dietmar Kurbauer has gone in the book. Not happy with something. Obviously, the free kick that was given, but it was an obvious free kick, wasn't it? Bella into the back of Duran. Celtic go long now. The ball off the chest of Alamau. The Brazilian did well enough, and then there's another foul in the middle of the park. Mbuyamba is brought down. They take it quickly. Andrade raking ball down the left. Two raking, if anything, because it takes a hop and a skip and goes out. They're putting the cart before the horse a little bit, aren't they? There's a desperation about LASK that actually is not helping them now.
No, it's not. They're trying to be too quick, I think, on the break against Celtic at the moment, and they're playing these really hard balls into other players that are just running out of play and giving Celtic back possession. I think they're almost sort of rushing things. They just need to slow down for the time being. Just take a little breather, pass the ball, keep hold, take a few touches, but at the moment it's just that one touch, and then bang, it's got to go, and it's got to be as quick as it can for LASK at the moment.
They are a dynamic team, and they play a lot of long ball here. So Horvath, he's done well. Consults it on his chest. He's not got much in front of him. He's surrounded, isn't he, by green and white now. But goes back, and then a shot comes in. Oh, what a beauty! And Adeniran left-footed. It's a curling shot that caresses the back of the net. Sinisala gets right, but he couldn't stop it. There was nothing on. There was nothing on. They had loads of players back, but if you don't pick up the markers, you don't pick your markers up, you might as well not be bothering.
No. Celtics just seem to back off there. Nobody really went to Horvath. It's the long ball over the top, and in this instance, it's 5-on-2. We can see that there's players getting back. It's 5-on-2.
What's the point of Bauer chasing back and then leaving a big gap in behind? And if his teammates watch him saying, right, so he's double teaming the man on the ball, oh, so that means that I've got to then go and chase after him. Nobody reacted to anything. Bauer should be more savvy than that. You know, it's not the space that he's about to close down that's going to score. It's the man behind him that he's left to his own devices. That being said, it's a cracking good left-footed drive from Adeniran. But, well, we got game on now, don't we? Yeah, it's squeaky bum time for Celtic. It's quite simply got to wake up here. And I would also say that instead of pretending to attack, but not really, remember what it is that they were out there to do, which was play football and grab a goal.
Yeah, indeed. They were looking for a goal to sort of finish this game off, and I think LASK had sort of noticed that. And LASK haven't done anything different. They've just played with a lot of confidence since their last goal. They played with a lot of confidence coming into this game, coming into this first half as well. Even being 3-0 down, and you can see there was a sense of urgency for them to try and get back into this game, and there's definitely a sense of urgency now for them to try and win this game.
But here comes Celtic. Nygren's ball into the box for Bauer. It's not quite good enough. Maybe they'll get a tune out of Bauer now that they need to attack, but I would have taken him off. I don't think he, and I don't think Yang are doing much at all, really. I got to keep Duran on nowadays because I think he scores goals, but yeah, I think they could do with fresh legs. I was going to look at the bench, but I think it's probably a good time to do that. Celtic got a bit more of the ball, but Celtic on the bench have got Doohan, Forrest, Hassan. Hassan, I haven't seen enough of him to know whether he's any good. Reliably informed, he's a winger who can beat a man. Tate should be on, and Kenny, McCowan. I still don't really know about McCowan. Murray, Ballyquish is another one. Osmond, Ralston, Scales to defenders, and then Tunek Key, who is another winger who doesn't really, for me, get the job done. I could take you through the Austrians' defence, but the substitution, I said, but I don't really know much about them, except that Lang and Schoff both came on last time, so it wouldn't be a big surprise to see them again. But they won't change a thing at the minute because Horvath's back on the ball. Here come LASK driving forward. Shot from him. Oof, and he's only just over the top. It's all opening up. I said this in the first half, if you remember, Joe. Celtic can't defend to save their lives, and now they're being forced to do just that. They're showing a real soft underbelly.
Yeah, they are. They're showing a real worry at the moment. LASK are seeing this now. They're seeing this as a danger for Celtic and a bit of a weak point for them. So I think they're just going to have chances from everywhere if they can. As soon as they get to the edge of the area, they seem to just be trying to chance their luck and see if it flies into the back of the net. And at the moment, 2 chances that have done just that. So I think they're going to try it from every point. Because you talked about the bench, they recently LASK have the new signing of Miguel Freckleton, who played for St Mirren in the side that beat Celtic in the Cup in the final last December.
Right. So yeah, there we go. So LASK 3, Celtic 1. We're 62 minutes on the clock. First change being made, and it is for Celtic. Tunek Key coming on. Oh, double change. Rio Tate coming on as well. Yang's going off. Goodness. And Nygren as well. Why are they leaving Bauer on? What do they think that he's doing, bringing to the party? Nah, that's a mistake for me. Anyway, I do like Rio Tate. And I think he can play a pivot and put his efforts into there. Sometimes they ask him to go forward. So as long as they haven't got mixed messages, he can be an attacking midfield, he can go box to box, he can play pivot. But what have they said to him? And obviously Tanetki is out the flank, left wing. Anyway, we'll see, won't we? Bauer goes to close his man down, he doesn't get there. They still have the ball with Jorgensen. Gets it out of his feet, goes left. Bello picks it up at the edge of the box. And it's all LASK at the minute, you'd be worried. The shot comes in. Ooh. Well, that was scraped out from Manjade. Just didn't get through it properly, did he? It was scraped away at it. But even then, really trickles in. Look at Sinisala going down in instalments. Wow.
Flashed just wide of the post, really, isn't it? 2 goals that maybe could make the difference for LASK, but yeah, nobody seemed to want to attack that ball from LASK. They sort of saw the shot come in, and I think they were all just so hoping, watching it as it just trickled past the post, maybe hoping that it went into the back of the net, that nobody sort of forced the attack, nobody sort of forced the move towards the ball. There was no players trying to slide in, they just were kind of hoping it would trickle into the back of the net.
Well, we did say in the first leg that we thought that, well, I said I thought LASK are definitely going to score tonight at Celtic Park, but they didn't. But they're making up for it now, and here they go forward, driving into the box, and the pass is just an inch away from Lubicic bringing it in, getting his shot away. They're so direct, aren't they? And it's almost like, oh, okay, we're going to lose the ball a bit, but when we get it right, you know, we're creating quick chances with Celtic not able to set their defence.
Yeah, they're putting the pressure on, and they don't seem to be getting tired either. And I feel like Celtic now, they've maybe seen a few tired legs at the moment. I won't be surprised if changes do come for LASK, but at the moment they seem to be very solid with the side that they've got out on the field.
Here's Horvath into the box he goes, little dribble, he's going to flick it to Lubicic, he doesn't do it. And then Celtic take forever to clear their lines. 50-50 might break for Celtic, and it will. And Rio Watati sweeps the ball out to Sebastian Tunekti. Struggle with that. Anyway, ball back on the inside. And Tate just looking pirouette, keeps hold of the ball. Just looking to settle down now, get McGregor on it, get Celtic playing some football and get control of the game that's been hugely lacking from their point of view. They sort of looked in control the first half, then scored, and then since then, since LASK got their first goal, it's been all LASK, hasn't it? Who then have looked a bit desperate at times, because they are. Anyway, we break off this with a little counter attack on, and ball won back by Bello, who's then fouled by Kasper Ho. Last 3 Celtic got 1, and what was a walk in the park has turned into a serious, decent game of football there, and we've seen 4 goals, and some of them goals have been pretty good, Joe. But anyway, we're 3/4 of the way through this game, listening to independent off-tube studio commentary. It is LASK 3, Celtic 1, 3-4 to Celtic on aggregate, and it's going to be Joe now to take us through to full time.
If we see a few LASK changes coming to the sideline, they were sending players out there. There was about 5 trying to run up and down the touchline, just getting some stretches on. So I won't be surprised if we maybe see some of them changes come onto the field. Like I said, they've been pressing high, so maybe a few tired legs now running out on that field. But they're not giving up hope, LASK, and I think that's the big thing for them, really, isn't it? Is that they've not given up hope, and they've now even got more and more encouragement as well, I think, coming from the fans. The ball is just moved around inside the Celtic half by LASK at the moment, just trying to find a way through. I think they might just have a pop from anywhere at the moment, try and chance their arm at something as Memo gets it, moves it back to Andrade. A little bit of support, he's running through the middle there. Bauer's just trying to catch up with a few of them, moving around quite nicely, all inside of the middle. Now to the right hand side it goes to Jorgensen. Back to Bayumba. Ball is lifted in there, headed away, but not cleared by Celtic. Falls to the edge of the area to Andrade. He'll try it on the volley, tries to get it back in. Usaw's there. Ricci tries to pass it on to Bello. It's a heavy touch, but he will in-swing it back in there. Back out. Horvath will try the shot! Oh! Just wide of the post. It got a deflection though, and it will be a corner kick to LASK, but Celtic now, I think, panic mode.
Absolutely. Well, it's all LASK, isn't it? And if they get the equaliser, you feel that they're going to go on and win it. The way things are stacked at the minute, wowee.
Never say never. Ball is whipped in there, long towards the back stick. Header goes in, it's wide of the post again. Disappointment for LASK, ever so slightly wide. Well, Mayo, I think it is, just got the final header. He pulled away from his man. And poor marking by Celtic, really. He's towards that back stick and he's just come in there. He's been held back, but just wide.
He's inches away. He wins his duel at the far post. Nobody beats him to that, does he? But in the end, it just didn't quite work for him. My have been Alamau with the head of the big Brazilian guy, but anyway, the thing is about LASK though is that if you're going to take somebody out, who would you take? Because seemingly they all play well, aren't they?
They all seem to have got bags of energy as well. They don't seem to really be giving up. So I think at the moment the changes won't come, but I feel maybe as you get closer to time, maybe a few more attackers come onto the field for them, and they really try and push for those 2 goals. If they can try and find one before the 75-minute mark, I'd be surprised if they do put on another attacker just to try and get the game.
Yeah, I think Christoph Lang, and he's probably the most likely to come on. He came as a sub in the first leg, and Danek, who's an attacking midfielder, started the first leg.
Well, tries to dink it in. Andrew, oh, he's come off the bar and it's cleared away. Oh, actually, I think it was out. I think it's come back. I'm not too sure, but the referee's signalling maybe for a corner kick.
Wow. I tell you what, as Tierney goes down, is that tactical little sit on the ground? Let's take another look at it. Cross comes in, and then the shot, half turn, and it's just beaten the keeper, comes off the underside of the crossbar. Is that Adeniran with a strike? Wow. I mean, what a hit, and he almost deserves a goal. Celtic get lucky there, don't they?
Yeah, I think they've got lucky quite a few times, but they'll make the changes now. Will Celtic. Tierney's coming off, and, well, the man in midfield, Bauer's coming off as well. Listening to you, I think.
Well, they should never listen to me, that's a mistake. But Scales comes on and got a bit of height about him, and McCown's an engine in the middle, who, well, I don't really know what McCown is, but he's fresh legs anyway. But, yeah, they're doing everything they can, aren't they? I think they were 1 or 2 tight. I'm not sure about Bauer. I can see he's a tidy player in there, but maybe that's for when you're playing at home against Falkirk. Do you know what I mean? Until he settles into his career with Celtic, you can't just expect everybody to hit the deck and be at it like gangbusters. Look at that Adeniran's shot again. It's a brilliant strike, that. Technically, it's so hard to do on the half turn there and keep his shot down. And wow. Yeah, he'll never be as close to scoring as that without actually hitting the back of the net, because he actually fizzed off the underside of the bar.
Forward now by LASK, by Celtic, sorry. LASK headed away. 23 total attempts with 4 on target for LASK. Celtic have 5 with 3 on target, 1 of them being a goal. Right. Safe to say that LASK have had more of the possession as well. Celtic trying to come forward here, but themselves a free kick which they've taken quickly, trying to catch LASK out again then. Has it. It's the right hand side to Duran. Got the overlap. Donovan doesn't want to use him as a decoy, but he's got 2 players around him now. Use Donovan, he will do as a bit of support. Donovan cuts inside to that left foot. Tries to turn away from his man. LASK getting back in numbers now. To Duran again. Something here, Celtic. Ball's trying to be played back into Duran. Caught away by LASK. Iran gets a little bit of luck, but it comes back up the Celtic man in towards his feet. There is Usaw on the left hand side, I think to see him, but see Bello charging forward. Usaw is screaming for it on his left hand side, but nobody's going to give it foul. Surely for LASK there, yeah, it wasn't. Well, Donovan may have picked up an injury here as well.
I think he's run his race again. It happened to him last week. Picked up an injury. We saw him go down heavily in when the ball went out and he just overstepped, and it looks like he may just. I think he's been asked to do a lot at the start of this season. I guess that Ralston will come on for him at some point, but they've already had 2 changes, haven't they? So
yeah, well, he's gone down again. He's clutching at his right knee, it seems. Well, he got back up to his feet perfectly fine, has then continued to sort of run, and as they're about to take the free kick, he's gone back down again. So I think he will be coming off of the field.
Looking at you, so the decision went against him, and he's apoplectic, and he's helping Donovan off. Uso has got a yellow card. That wasn't for helping Donovan off, that was for stepping on and dissent to the referee who gave a decision against him. But now it's a free kick for LASK. So an opportunity, and well, looks like they've made another change, but it's Murray who's come on. I'm surprised.
Towards the back stick from the free kick, away by Celtic though. The line's clear, poor ball forward in the end. Thought about trying to get the ball inside the box, but they're just going to play it around the back for a little while. He's finally dinged it up towards Adonai ran away by Celtic. They take possession of the ball with Bellows towards the back stick. Celtic just can't seem to clear the lines at the moment. LASK coming at them with a little bit more pace now. Usaw.
I tell you what, if I was Anthony Ralston, I'd be on the phone to my agent. I hear the ball still bobbling around, and they need to defend it better. In the end, Carter-Vickers gets it away. But so he's got a young kid who's taken his place in the team, who's taken the place of Johnston, who's injured, who may or may not be for sale. And then they put Dane Murray in ahead of him, even when the youngster's taken out. So he's nowhere in this team, is he? And I think he's got to be looking, him and his agent, for a new club. But and it might work in his favour that he can play week in, week out. Because whenever I've seen him, he's really rusty of late.
Whipped in and away by Carter-Vickers. It's not cleared though by Celtic. They're so slow to try and clear it. It's like they want to fire 2 passes before they get it pumped downfield again. But here comes the break. Slight challenge comes in though from Andrade.
It's a brilliant challenge that, because I thought he needed to make it. If he doesn't, they're in big trouble. And then I thought he flicked it off the Celtic player as well. And this time it's Martin O'Neill throwing his toys out the pram. I think he might just have been yellow carded.
I think he has been. The 4th official on that sideline's having a word with him as well. And both, I think Martin O'Neill maybe starting to panic a little bit, but 15 minutes left to go. I thought LASK might just need one before the 75.
Well, I tell you what, he's got permission to panic. I feel panic watching him. We thought we were in for a nice little snoozy watch and off home, and now maybe we've got an extra half hour, because LASK only need 1 goal, and there's loads of time, 14 minutes plus added time to get it, and that's a long time for Celtic to hold out.
Throw in to LASK actually. Still giving out instructions outside of his technical area. He's done that quite a few times now. Just tell him to get back in there as he's taken down by Scales, but he's dispossessed. And LASK have maintained possession of the ball again then. Ball switched onto the left hand side for Andrade. He's pushing up a little bit higher now. Taking a bit of support. Ball, they're saying he's all over the back of him there was Murray, but good defending from the youngster. Side a throw in. LASK's not come anywhere near, and I think for Celtic now, got to hold on strong. They've made their last of the substitutions now, so they've got to hope that these substitutions can see out the game.
Yeah, it's right, but like the panic button's been pressed a long time ago, and when you're panicking, you do. I don't think there's any thought about them grabbing a goal, is there? They've still got their striker up there, but Celtic are really hanging on. It's a long time to be hanging on for 13 minutes plus added time, and for LASK it's like weighing up. You know, they've got this back 3, but actually Andrade's been able to play further forward. Here's Bello around the back again, another opportunity. The cutback just about dealt with. My oh my! I mean, again, so they take the right back off and then replace it with a centre back. That doesn't make any sense for Celtic, does it? And here comes LASK again. Oh, and Lubashik's ball just not good enough there, but he'd be better off shooting, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's that hard ball every time. But I'm seeing with LASK is as soon as the ball goes out for a goal kick, one of their players is racing, I think it's Usaw, to go and grab the ball off the court so the goalkeeper can take it quickly. As Sinisalo will now.
I wish I had that much energy.
Yeah, it's crazy how much energy Usaw has still got after running around on the field for this long and scoring a goal as well and helping out his team. So, like I said, very surprised that no changes have come, but everybody still seems very fit for this game.
Absolutely. Just wonder if he sort of then driving the bus back to the city afterwards. Like, you know, he got bags of energy to do all sorts of things, but he's been impressive. But they have as a whole, haven't they? Celtic needs something more here.
Yeah, they do need long throw in there and easily pressed off the ball. I've seen that a few times. Of course, they had that one for one of the goals where Trusty was just bodied off the ball. And as a defender, you want to sort of hold your ground, but there was no holding the ground when he was bad.
Adeniran, he is a strong boy. You know, he's 6'4". You know what? You know, a guy's massive, but he doesn't look massive. When you look at him and he's all in proportion, you think, no, that is just an incredible unit. Like, you know, it used to be back in the day. He's 6'4", you'd be sort of slenderish, but he's every bit of, you know, outhouse looking. Yeah, just very strong. It's been a while since I've regarded Austin Trusty as a decent defender, though. I know he's got his caps for the USA and all that, but don't rate him. I think the other guy, Cameron Carter-Vickers, is good, and I'd be playing him alongside Scales, but Martin O'Neill went for an unchanged side. He does look now like we're getting changes from LASK, and he's got Schoff.
Have to wait and see. Free kick is taken, headed back to the goalkeeper though by LASK. They've got 10 minutes now to try and find an equaliser on aggregate. It's 3-1 in this game, 4 on aggregate. Long ball forward towards Uso. He's nearly got on the right side of Trusty, but he's going to battle up against him there. Will he get the ball out wide for a throw-in? He will do.
Trusty did all right there, didn't he? Just hung on. I tell you, we haven't mentioned the Bohadi in the middle for LASK. They might as well take him off. He's probably covered a lot of ground, but he hasn't done much, has he?
Yeah, we will see the change now come. It will be the goal scorer, actually. Bishop will come off the field and Schoff.
Well, maybe that last misplaced pass from him inside the box sealed his fate there, you know. But Schoff comes on, he's a senior citizen and he's been there and done it. 32 years young, but might help. And he's one of those that the manager relies on. He'd taken him from Wolfsberger, where he used to manage, so he clearly likes the cut of Alessandro Schoff's jib.
2 times in the Europa League for Schalke. 4 times in the Champions League, scoring a goal in that one as well. Ball is whipped inside the box. Headed away though by Celtic at that near post. LASK still trying to find a way forward, still trying to find a way to break down the Celtic defence and get another one. Ball is whipped in towards the near post. It is headed. Does it come off of Trusty LASK? It doesn't. It's a goal kick, and well, they're not happy with that one. But
I think Carter-Vickers is cramped up there. That's not good, is it? They must have used all their sub slots now. Yeah, so there's nowhere left to go now with 8 minutes to go. Carter-Vickers very uncomfortable. He looked a second ago. It's a bit better now, just walking away from the incident. Celtic look like they're crawling through treacle, don't they? They're going nowhere fast right now, and no great surprise to see LASK get the aggregate equaliser on the night. They're blasting Celtic just as well that Celtic grabbed that early goal,
Indeed. Could have been different if a few of them goals had gone in though for LASK. They had 2 that had just gone wide of the post, didn't they? And sort of watched them trickle past the post. You would have thought they would have gone in, but at the moment, no, can't do it. They just can't quite find this equaliser, but a mistake by Celtic in the middle. That's happened quite a few times tonight with Celtic mistakes. Bello has it. Through the middle. Lingard onto the left-hand side. Bogard, he's seen a man towards the back stick. Schoff is there, but it's too high again. Too high for LASK, and out it goes for a goal kick again. Uso rushes towards the ball. He's taking it off of the Celtic defender, Trusty, giving it straight to the goalkeeper. 7 minutes left to be played, of course, plus the additional time that we do get. Additional time will be, but a few added minutes on there for Celtic to try and hold on to the lead on aggregate. Ball is whipped over the top towards Uso, takes it down, does have Adonai run inside the box, lays it back, shot comes in, wide of the post this time. Well, it was Schoff it was with the shot, Uso just pulling it back. He had Adonai ran inside the box, but chose to go, Jorgensen actually, but just wide of the post again on this occasion.
Yeah, he had loads of time to measure that, didn't he? It's just a disappointing shot. He hit the side netting from where he was. They've played well, haven't they? They've had so many opportunities, and yet again, you know, it was a great long ball. I think that Uso's pace makes a lot of the long balls look good, and here he is on the long ball again. Into the box he goes again, he cuts. Can he get his shot away? It was a tired shot, and it was cleared away by Hetati, but at the expense of a corner.
It was indeed. Well, I think Jorgensen may have asked for a substitution. Whether he gets subbed off is another matter, but he seemed to signal towards the bench. Well, actually, the change has been last time, I'm entirely sure though.
Didn't see it, but they've only brought Schoff on. I'm not sure they changed anybody else, but it wouldn't surprise me if one or two have tanked. Another shot from range, but that's well wide. Wide, high and ugly, I'm afraid, from Bello this time. And well, the fans of die Schwarz-Weißen, the black and whites, who weirdly not in black and white tonight. Yeah, the flags are still being waved, but I just wonder if they believe it. And surely this is the change for Jorgensen now.
I think it will be. Jorgensen will come off and Flecker will come on in replace of him then. Number 29 in Jorgensen, who I think has had a good game up against Yang and against Tanecki as well.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think you have to be a great player to have a good game against those two guys, but yeah, he shows a lot of energy, doesn't he? And of course he's a wing back, so you know he's got up and down pretty well and done his defensive duties really well. I do think that it's never a surprise when those guys run out of gas before the end of a game. You know, he covered a lot of ground.
With LASK since 2021 season, transferred from Hartberg. So here they come then down the left-hand side. Bello's got plenty of space. He gets his head up, tries the cut back again, but McGregor was there. Callum McGregor, captain, to defend that one.
Well, it's twice now they've let him get round the back. When you decide not to play with a full-back, you leave yourself at risk, and it's pretty obvious. He could have, you know, really changed it, but he didn't. He's left Duran out there who's at the time. I don't think the changes have been particularly good from Celtic's point of view. And here they go round the back again. Another ball comes in, up go the heads. It's just about being cleared away, just. And the ball flicked back in, and that's gone. Just the ball bobbling around there. No one able to clear their lines. Lots of bodies back, and it's just absolute chaos in there from Celtic's point of view. More Chiefs than Indians at times. Now they're all back deep, but nobody doing anything, and loads of ball watching there.
To sort of hang on to this lead if they do manage to win this game as well. And I think you look back at some of the last chances and you go, well, they probably should have taken that one a bit better, especially within the first half with that one with Adonai ran. I think that one should have definitely been a goal inside the back of the net.
Yeah, I think that they'll rue the missed opportunities at Celtic Park, where they should have grabbed a goal. They were unlucky really, but they haven't given up just yet, and here they go again.
So Adonai ran, Bello can get the ball back to McCorm, he's dispossessed there. He's just stuck behind his feet. It's a poor ball into the path of home, and giving it straight back to LASK. Schoff onto the far side to Flecker, gets it back down, but only into the path of Tanecki. Has to header it out for a throw in to LASK. Will it be a long throw in by Uso? I think it will be. They'll get everybody inside the box for this one. LASK, you've sort of got to keep Celtic where they are. Just keep on trying to cross that ball inside the box. Keep on trying to knock at the door, as they have been throughout this game. Ball is in towards the near post. It's sacked away though by Celtic, long downfield. It's gone out for another throw in on that right hand side, still inside of the Celtic half, and all the LASK fans seems to be up on their feet at the moment, cheering their side on. There's a few that are sat down, but most of them now stood up.
Well, it's been a hell of an effort from them, hasn't it? You know, conceding early, slap in the face, but then they've come back like gangbusters, and they are not finished yet.
Yeah, Bello tries to move the ball inside the box. Will it be a corner kick? It will be. Celtic will argue against that one, of course they will. You can see Sinisilo there arguing, but I think it will be a corner kick for LASK. And well, the LASK fans behind the goal with the flags they've not really given up, even ever since they went down. They've been hoisting them flags high and jumping up and down. The ball is whipped inside the box now, long towards the back stick. Headers go up towards the far post. It can't quite come down for any of the LASK players, and then it's cleared away by Celtic. Hang on for the time being. Ball is played onto the right hand side.
They didn't take that throw from the right place at all. The ball went out near the halfway line, and then they played it from well inside. But anyway, play resumes, and here come LASK again.
Yeah, they do on the right hand side. LASK player's gone down inside of the box. I think it's Flecker who's gone down, but they'll continue to knock on the door here. LASK to try and find the equaliser. Hovarth plays it round the back, Bellows in there, cuts it back, header goes in, it's a good save, will it go back in? It will do! Hands are raised for the offside, and I think, well, he's given the goal. LASK have scored in, they've got 3 minutes remaining, the hands went off for offside, but it's gone into the back of the net on the 90th minute.
Well, they've all gone quiet. Why are they not celebrating? I thought they'd be celebrating more if they'd just scored. I'm not sure it's been given. Let's take another look at it. Is there anything obviously wrong? They got round the back. When the ball comes in, I think he's offside.
Yeah, Emerson. I don't know if number
47,
yeah.
Which is Dave Murray. Yeah, but I genuinely believe he's just off. So nobody over celebrating. It's a strange thing that it all went a little bit quiet, didn't it? Maybe the flag went straight up. But anyway, we'll take another look at it.
It's very tight.
It is very tight. It's really tight. So the answer is we don't know. And it's going to take one of those little lines drawn across the pitch to work it out. So VAR, but it's really touch and go. I felt more confident it was offside, and then the last look at it, I'm thinking, I really don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But it's given. It has been given as a goal. Flecker, with 2 minutes to go, has scored the equaliser for LASK. You've got to say it was a really good save by Sinisilo, but then the ball came back out to Flecker, and it's Murray who was replaced, who came on as a substitution for Donovan, has now played him onside.
Honestly, I never thought there'd be a day when I'd be screaming for Alston to be brought on. But why bring a centre back on when you've got a natural right back to bring on to replace a right back? You know, so yeah, you couldn't make it up, could you? No. And now, you know, in added time with the momentum, you just feel all of a sudden it's LASK's game to win, isn't it?
Here they go on the right hand side. Can they get the winner here, LASK? Uso, plenty of players line up towards her. Header goes in, it's headed away. Carter Vickers just managing, but they're still knocking on the door here, LASK. They've still got possession of the ball. It's whipped in, headed away by Celtic again. On the edge of the area, it's flicked away. Celtic, can they get a breakaway here on this right-hand side? They're bundled to the floor, and it's a yellow card brandished by the referee. He was straight to his pocket there. He's taken one for the team.
Yeah, well, no, but if anything, I mean, he makes a professional foul. I think he slightly overdid it. It's like an elbow to the chops, isn't it? You know, Duran absolutely tumbled to the ground, but I think he's lucky there, Alamau, that he didn't get a red. So Tornic is Alamau, which is weird, but it is a Brazilian. So anyway, yeah, incredible. But yeah, quite why he's got Tornic on his shirt, I don't know, but and Wikipedia will call it Alamau, and he'll be known as that. But anyway, here comes Celtic. Last chance saloon for them to try and get something in open play with half a minute left. to get a winner in real time, but I feel we're booked in for another extra half hour.
Back towards Silo. Will he come out to collect this ball? He will do, but he can't pick it up. He's just have to try and get it long downfield where Duran has turned away from his marker. There's got to be some defending here. Duran's got away from him. There's players inside the box if he can find it. He can do. Oh, missed wide of the post by Hull, but I think they'll get a corner kick from it. It's a good challenge by Umba. It is. He has to go sliding in on him, but they've got some more defence work to do.
I think he should have cut it back deeper. There's another man running in. I think the near post was too difficult. But they've got a corner, an opportunity here just to nick it at the death.
Yeah, indeed. Then LASK fans, I think they'll be hoping here. There'll be nerves around the stadium as this corner goes in. Then towards the far post it goes. Headers are up. It's towards again. Trying to knock it on, they get it long downfield here, then LASK, and the referee, well, thought he'd blown for full time, he hasn't. It will just be a goal kick then to LASK. Final, I think we've just got to get this ball up. I wouldn't be surprised if he just kicks this one and the referee just blows his full-time whistle. But we'll see here, will they be allowed something? He's taking his time with it. So they want to go to extra time. Long ball forward. Headed away by Celtic. Back up in the air by LASK. Can they get the ball to drop? Myron was there, couldn't drop to him. It goes out for a throw in. The referee continues to play on. It will be a throw in to LASK then. Got to get this ball downfield. They've got to keep it away from their own half at the moment.
The referee's thinking, oh, please, somebody score now. But, yeah, he's blown his whistle, so there we go. An extra half an hour. Well, would you have believed that? Celtic was so comfortable in this game, but, you know, and even scored the first goal, 4-0 up on an aggregate on the night, and they've ended at 4 apiece, and that means that we've got an extra half hour. We'll be back shortly. Right, well, there's going to be an extra half an hour. Who would have thought that when Celtic grabbed the 4th goal of the tie to go 4-0 up on aggregate? That was Callum McGregor, but since then, Yuso got one back, then Lubashik with a strike, Adenar with a strike, and then Florian Fletcher right at the death. Heading in rebound, we thought he might have been offside, he wasn't. So we're booked in for an extra half an hour. We'll be back shortly. Right, well, there's going to be an extra half an hour. Who would have thought that when Celtic grabbed the 4th goal of the tie to go 4-0 up on aggregate? That was Callum McGregor, but since then, Yuso got one back, then Lubashik with a strike, Adenar with a strike, and then Florian Fletcher right at the death. Heading in rebound, we thought he might have been offside, he wasn't. So we're booked in for an extra half an hour. We'll be back shortly. Right, well, there's going to be an extra half an hour. Who would have thought that when Celtic grabbed the 4th goal of the tie to go 4-0 up on aggregate? That was Callum McGregor, but since then, Yuso got one back, then Lubashik with a strike, Adenar with a strike, and then Florian Fletcher right at the death. Heading in rebound, we thought he might have been offside, he wasn't. So we're booked in for an extra half an hour. We'll be back shortly. Right, well, there's going to be an extra half an hour. Who would have thought that when Celtic grabbed the 4th goal of the tie to go 4-0 up on aggregate? That was Callum McGregor, but since then, Yuso got one back, then Lubashik with a strike, Adenar with a strike, and then Florian Fletcher right at the death. Heading in rebound, we thought he might have been offside, he wasn't. So we're booked in for an extra half an hour. We'll be back shortly. Right, well, there's going to be an extra half an hour. Who would have thought that when Celtic grabbed the 4th goal of the tie to go 4-0 up on aggregate? That was Callum McGregor, but since then, Yuso got one back, then Lubashik with a strike, Adenar with a strike, and then Florian Fletcher right at the death. Heading in rebound, we thought he might have been offside, he wasn't. So we're booked in for an extra half an hour. We'll be back shortly. Right, well, there's going to be an extra half an hour. Who would have thought that when Celtic grabbed the 4th goal of the tie to go 4-0 up on aggregate? That was Callum McGregor, but since then, Yuso got one back, then Lubashik with a strike, Adenar with a strike, and then Florian Fletcher right at the death.
heading in rebound. We thought he might have been offside, he wasn't. So we're booked in for an extra half an hour. We'll be back shortly. Right, well, there's going to be an extra half an hour. Who would have thought that when Celtic grabbed the 4th goal of the tie to go 4-0 up on aggregate? That was Callum McGregor, but since then, Yuso got one back, then Lubicic with a strike, Adinair with a strike, and then Florian Fletcher right at the death. Heading in rebound. We thought he might have been offside, he wasn't. So we're booked in for an extra half an hour. We'll be back shortly. Right, well, there's going to be an extra half an hour. Who would have thought that when Celtic grabbed the 4th goal of the tie to go 4-0 up on aggregate? That was Callum McGregor, but since then, Yuso got one back, then Lubicic with a strike, Adinair with a strike, and then Florian Fletcher right at the death. Heading in rebound. We thought he might have been offside, he wasn't. So we're booked in for an extra half an hour. We'll be back shortly. Right, well, there's going to be an extra half an hour. Who would have thought that when Celtic grabbed the 4th goal of the tie to go 4-0 up on aggregate? That was Callum McGregor, but since then, Yuso got one back, then Lubicic with a strike, Adinair with a strike, and then Florian Fletcher right at the death. Heading in rebound. We thought he might have been offside, he wasn't. So we're booked in for an extra half an hour. We'll be back shortly. Right, well, there's going to be an extra half an hour. Who would have thought that when Celtic grabbed the 4th goal of the tie to go 4-0 up on aggregate? That was Callum McGregor, but since then, Yuso got one back, then Lubicic with a strike, Adinair with a strike, and then Florian Fletcher right at the death. Heading in rebound. We thought he might have been offside, he wasn't. So we're booked in for an extra half an hour. We'll be back shortly. Right, well, there's going to be an extra half an hour. Who would have thought that when Celtic grabbed the 4th goal of the tie to go 4-0 up on aggregate? That was Callum McGregor, but since then, Yuso got one back, then Lubicic.
Right, we're back. Carter Vick, well, the chance to make a substitution, but Carter Vickers looked like he was struggling, like he cramped up. So eventually, Anthony Ralston comes on, who should have been on a while ago. I am not his biggest fan, but I think he was needed, and yeah, they decided not to bother. Brought Dave Murray on instead, who's the man who was playing on Florian Fletcher for the nodded goal then off the rebound that has made it 4-piece. Right then, Celtic just need to get a grip, grab a goal, and go home and talk about it. Talk about what they've done, and that they've got to do better. Rio Itati on the ball. Thing is, Joe, now they know what they need to do, and all that nonsense about let's sit back and defend is gone. That game's gone. They need to be out, come out, be positive. They know they can score goals against these guys. Come out and play some proper football.
Yeah, this is 30 minutes to try and just wipe, get a clean slate basically. Like you said, that game's gone now. It's sort of a new game for them, see what they can do. They brought on Ralston for Carter Vickers, but I mean, LASK, they've made 2 substitutions, Schoff and Flecker, and still Uso, Adaniran, and the others that have not gone off the field look energised. They look so fit as well. They don't look tired at all. They're still running up and down. I won't be surprised if we do see the changes come for LASK, like I said, but at the moment they just don't look tired.
No, they don't. They got round the back again, and then some last-ditch defending. Celtic able to just about clear their lines with Austin Trusty there. He will be playing alongside Scales now. Anyway, we've got Murray in there, Anthony Ralston. I suppose Ralston's right back, and Liam Scales having to play left back. Maybe Murray in the middle, maybe Murray left back. I don't know. I'll have to watch and see what's going on. I think Scales did play left back last week. Anyway, here the ball being defended by Celtic. Horvath on the attack though again for LASK, gets it out of his feet, goes out to his right. Schoff looking for a little give and go with the ball so close to getting to him. Tati then an out ball, pummeled down the line by Trusty. Nobody in particular. And it's LASK who have the ball back. So we're 4-all on aggregate. Who knew it was going to be like that? I thought there's no way this game was going to go to extra time, but here we are. And we said we've seen big turnarounds, and this is one of those. From 4-0 to 4-all. But Celtic have just got to treat that. Don't look at the scoreboard. You've got half an hour to show who you are, and go out and win the game again. You know, they've still got their goal scorer out there, Casper Hutt. They've still got Camilo Duran, who scored 2 in the first leg. So they've got goal scorers, but they look a bit of a mess in behind. Anyway, here LASK again, ball into the box, nodded away by Scales, breaks the edge of the area. Both fell down in defending as an attempted cross, and then a bicycle kick that wasn't too far away. He's alive, whereas you saw he's been everywhere tonight, and there's just something delicious about him. He just there's a never say die attitude with him, and it's a great idea. He just didn't quite execute it there.
That's his second time travelling. I think we had 3 in the game where LASK have tried them. One ended up in a free kick, and the 2 others have ended up. One ended up missing the complete target. The other one missed. But Uso at the moment, yeah, just bag full of energy, doesn't he? He's not really tired throughout this game, but he's done the most running, I think. But he's still looking so good. Yeah, he turns into trouble this time around, but then the ball breaks for Adeniran. Now a chance to run into the box. Defenders running away from him, and then the flag had gone up. That wasn't great though, was it? And he's unlucky, Adeniran. Defender runs away from him though, just for a second. I'm thinking, no, don't run away from him, run to him. And then the flag had gone up. Maybe he knew there, Dave Murray. Anyway, the ball's gone long. Defending to be done by Murray. And he does that relatively well. So Scales has gone left back. Ralston's on the right. Kind of experience still in there. Tanecki now, can he get something going? Cuts onto his right, looking just to have the ball in for Hatate. Can't make it stick. Thought it was the right idea. Again, just not quite the right ball. And here we go. Counter attack on, but well, the ball just won't stick in for Moses. You saw held out a leg for it, but it didn't quite work for him. It's very impressive, isn't he? You saw he played Slavia Prague before. He looks good, but anyway, he's a professional footballer. He got a few goals in him, and clearly one of the reasons why LASK champions of Austria. He looks good, and the work rate between him and Adeniran, for 2 attackers, the link-up play's pretty good. Here comes Celtic now, but the ball's slightly overplayed by McCown, and he's lost it. Hatate slides to try and get it. Tanecki should have read that, but he didn't, and that allowed Flecker to clear his lines easily. Celtic back on the ball now, just into midfield. Ralston, who's ever thus, scampers 15 yards and then passes the ball backwards. But here comes Scales now with a bit more liveliness about him. Finds Hatate, and then McGregor, who scoops a good ball out to the left-hand side. Is Tanecki going to take him onto his left foot? No, he always cuts inside, but he's done it well. Into the box he goes. He can't find the cutback. He's so one-footed, and you just think, really? But then he's still scampered away. We're going to see a change now. You mentioned Freckleton was at LASK, which surprised me. And Danik, who started in the first leg, is coming on. It's obvious that 1 or 2 were getting tired for them. Yeah, it was indeed. And it will be Alameo and Hovath will go off of the field. And there's been an injury as well. I'm not sure who that is for, but they might have to make a 3rd change here, LASK, because another player's gone down. Yeah, so yeah, this game taking its toll. There'll be some tired boys tonight, won't they? So yeah, Danik coming on, Freckleton coming on. Miguel Freckleton, who played with the Buddies last season. Before that, he'd been around a bit. 23-year-old, 6'4", Sheffield United, then Wealdstone, Yeovil, Chesterfield, Swindon on loan.
play for St Mirren. Team for a while. Horvath has played well again today. Through driving midfielder. And we've got a captain's armband on. So yeah, those changes not yet made, but on they come now and then. So yeah, Christoph Danek didn't cover himself in glory in the first leg, but he's got a high number in the squad to suggest that he a decent player. But there's some defending to do now for LASK. Corner kick for Celtic. An opportunity then, can they get it right? From the left, a right-footed in swinger from the winger. He just taking 5 now. Have they made another change? I don't know. Anyway, the Tunisian just waiting there, and yeah, that other change has been made, I think. Yeah, Ivan Dibango had just come on. I didn't see who he came on for. So he's a defender. And Usor has gone off, so yeah, there is a limit to his incredible athleticism. So Dibango won, but we don't know who the attacker's just come on. So anyway, he runs on fairly sprightly there, but that's Dibango to get into his defensive duties, I feel. Anyway, corner kick does come in. Ball bounces through the box. It will break for Carl McGregor. Flicks it in with his outstep. Not the worst thing I've seen, but it is hammered away down the line. Celtic able to defend that, and then the ball flaked up in the air by Murray. And it's one back. So it is Dibango on the ball now. Left-footed, sloppy first ball from him. And now Dibango got some defending to do. Tanecki makes some ground. McGregor looking for anybody, and nobody wanted to know. And then Hatate comes to help out. Triangle, ball goes backwards. So Usor and Flecker went off. Florian Flecker's only just come on though, hasn't he? Lang and Dibango. That's weird, isn't it? If that's true.
Yeah, I think it is true. Yeah, Dibango on for Flecker. Flecker scored the goal, and well, now he's just been taken off again. So
well, he's done his job, hasn't he?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe that's just what he's been told to do. Hey, listen, get a goal, and then off you come.
Yeah, you've done your job, mate. Don't build it your part too much. And it was said Lang has come on. So he's a striker. He can come on for Usor. Christoph Lang. So anyway, when they make loads of changes, but just about every change that could be made has been made now. Here comes Celtic. McCowan gets the ball caught in his feet, but they get lucky when it back. Shot comes in, takes big deflections, and then it'll be Dibango who should. Well, he's looking to run it clear. Then Freckleton just hoofs it. And now Hatate back on his inside, chested by McGregor. Smart play this. Tanecki here now. And they keep the ball and keep it rolling. Some inspired football here from Glasgow Celtic. And they keep ball nicely now with Scales, chops it. And it's flicked round the corner. No one has read that. And then some tired defending. The ball from Mbiyamba just put into the stand there. I think LASK have expended a lot of energy getting back to 4-piece, and weirdly now they look out on their feet, don't they?
Yeah, they do indeed. I think maybe just sort of trying to get some energy back, maybe just letting Celtic try and put a little bit of force on them, and then try and ride the waves a little bit, and then get a little bit more energy back maybe for the second half of this additional time.
Yeah, so sense of LASK regrouping. Hatate is a lovely little turn. Flicks the ball up with his feet to the right hand side. Ralston out now, out to the wing. Can Duran get anything going? Oh, ball rolls over the foot of Ralston. Come on, mate, control it. And then, well, the counter attack is stopped. Alston needs to play better. If he's playing for a move, somebody needs to see something off him that looks remotely like good football, and that wasn't it. You see the card shown now, and I think that's McCown, not sure. He's struggling to get to the pace of the game, and he just ran across the back legs of Bello, who is again making a bit of ground. So the Nigerian Bello, who has got a few USA caps, he's had a good game. He's strong and fit, isn't he? The left wing back played pretty well. At the moment, I think everybody's tired. The ball not really going anywhere, and everything seems to be mired in mistakes and tiredness. But like I said, LASK have given an awful lot to get where they are. Duran there looks tired. Every right to be, but Celtic are on the ball, and they've given it away. Then they get it back. Here they are at the edge of the area, and it's sloppily given away by McCown, I think it was. And now LASK on the counter attack. They've got 3 against 4. If they can use it wisely, and they can. There's a break on, and well, in the end, I think it was Dibango who made a load of ground there. And here comes Bello from the other side, across the far post. Dibango heads it back across, and then it's headed away. Still not being cleared. Ball breaks the edge of the area. Shot comes in. That's blocked by Trusty. Wowee. There's so many mistakes here happening. It's hard to count them, but and then Buhari's made a mistake and given the ball away. Durrani's dragged down, and that's going to be a free kick. It's a mess, Joe.
Yeah. So suddenly, LASK got a little bit of energy there from really nowhere. It was a poor ball to Dibango on that right-hand side, but it was then a good ball back in. I think Dibango did the right thing. I think he knew that he probably wasn't going to turn it towards the goal, so he had to sort of play it back across. And you know, fortunate enough for Celtic, there were players back, but I think something like that, if it does go back the next time, it might not be so lucky.
No, absolutely not. Here comes Celtic through the middle, an opportunity, good chest control, chance for a striker, but Hatate goes one further to Duran. He's not in a shooting position. He dragged it to the byline, and then as the ball come out off the defender, looks like it's a goal kick, so he couldn't quite square the circle there. Nice move that. I just thought for a second Hatate had a chance to shoot. He didn't take it. In fact, it's a corner kick, so he's done even better, hasn't he? Before that, we saw the Cameroonian Ivan Dibango making loads of ground. In fact, it was a goal kick, so right first time there. And well, he's 6 foot, maybe more full back than centre back, which explains quite the amount of pace he put to get to the far post. But anyway, fair play to him. But his fresh legs had just come on, so no surprise that he's galloping up the field either. And now we see a great defensive header. I think that was from Dave Murray. That's about the best thing that he's done. And into 2 minutes of added time at the first period of added time. As well, again, they go long. Great test from Adeniran. And then Scales mops up, and he's brought down from behind. That would be a free kick. He did ever so well to win the first ball. Just lump it at him, and I'm thinking, he's not favourite to win it. And then he chests it and bring a teammate in, or he just looks strong, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's strong in the air. Really is. Adeniran, I think he's just strong all over. He's been bundling off the Celtic defenders all night, hasn't he? Really. And I think it has been a struggle, sort of trying to command him, because he's had help from Usor as well, and Usor's just sort of getting in behind him. But half-time whistle blown by the referee. Then no goals within the first bit of this extra time.
Yeah, so we'll have a little bit. They always take longer than you think. We'll be back shortly. So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly. So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly.
So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly. So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly. So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly. So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly. So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly. So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly. So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly. So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly. So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly. So we are at the point halfway through extra time, 15 minutes played, but both the teams stuck on an aggregate score 4 apiece. We'll be back shortly.
Right, we're back, and it's going to be Joe now to take us through the next period of this game. 15 more minutes and possibly a penalty shootout at the end of it, if we can't separate the two now very tired teams.
Yeah, indeed, and it's with Celtic now at the moment, just back with Sinisilo. Iran's just running around, trying to cause a little bit of pressure. Well, the pressure's come, and Celtic have lost possession of the ball already from a sloppy pass, and here they come on the left-hand side. Freckleton, can he get the ball inside? He can. It's a poor ball, though, driven low in. But it's gone out for a LASK corner. Came off of Trusty. He's coming back into his defensive position, so they've got a corner from it. And, well, I don't know if they take the short corner. Lang does have support, but I think he'll just sort of wait his time out. Conversation here. Lang and Danek. See what they've sort of conjured up on the training ground. Players are now surrounding the goalkeeper within that 6 yard.
Well, they might as well just swing it in, eh? You never know.
One arm raised from Lang. It will be in towards the back stick this time. Headed away though by Trusty. Comes back out, Dibango. He's got a little bit of support there from Bayumba. He's got to be careful. He's coming in on it. Switches the ball to the right hand side. Good touch. This one, Dibango. Oh, again. Comfortably away by Celtic up towards Ho. Now this is a player tried to go on the run, but he was blocked out there. Now at the break we did see that Ho may have picked up a little bit of an injury, but I don't think they can make any more substitutions, so I don't think he's gone off the field. But Freckleton's done well. He's turned away from his man, plays it onto the left hand side for Lang. Lang gets it through the centre to Schoff. And to Freckleton again on the left. Inside the box is the best one. Two poor balls from him now at the moment. Over the top to Schoff. He takes it down, tries the shot, it's blocked out. He's offside anyway. Was Schoff in that offside director in that offside position?
He looked offside, didn't he? But the assistant referee actually was right in line, so fair play to that. Let him play anyway, like they do, but then as soon as it broke down, stuck his flag in the air. Celtic looked good in the first 15 minutes, didn't they? Started quite brightly, but they're getting pushed back here.
Yeah, I think it's all on the left hand side. This one, they conserved their energy for that 15 minutes by letting Celtic come out of the ball. Maybe they're trying to return the favour on Celtic.
Yeah, well, I think both teams want to be on the front foot, but quite how you do that, I don't know at this stage. McCowan just tussled off the ball. They need to use it now. A shot from Adeniran. Oh, and it's hit the back of the net. That is terrible from Celtic. McCowan had loads of time to do something. You cannot take 5 touches and be nowhere like he was. Pocket pick. Next thing, another shot from Adeniran. Well, there we go, LASK. What a massive turnaround from them. Well, they've scored the last 5 goals in the tie. And at the moment, that's going to see them through.
Sinisilo is absolutely apoplectic at his defenders. As soon as that goal went in, he turned around and did what I would describe as a Jordan Pickford, which is just scream at his defence. And it comes from McCowan on this right-hand side. I don't know who's not calling, because the players come right in from behind it. I think it's Lang who's continued his run. Lang Odenek has continued his run onto this player, not giving up chase. And there's no call at all to McCowan that Lang is coming in on behind him, and the shot is beautiful into the corner. And well, that's the second time that Adeniran has put it into that left-hand side corner. And well, the comeback is on. Really, and
I mean,
that's
it's amazing, isn't it? You know, Celtic 4-0 up tonight, 4-0 an aggregate at one point. You know, you're pretty much safe, aren't you? But we said the first leg that they got lucky, didn't defend properly, got dead lucky. You know, they finished their opportunities. A couple of last goals were offside, only just went to VAR and all that. But here we are. Celtic have got a soft underbelly. I think the keeper's all right. There's not much he could have done with some of the stuff, but it's the shape of the team. You know, it's all right saying, well, we're a 4-2-3-1, but they're not really. I think it's up to Martin O'Neill to work out that Mika Bauer wasn't a going night. Maybe Fertati would have come on a bit sooner. There's lots of ifs and ands. But when you consider how many players were having a poor night, Yang was pretty awful. You know, he needed to go off sooner. Yeah, it just didn't seem quite right, the mix. But anyway, you've got to give credit to LASK, who were down and out, weren't they? And have found the strength, playing direct football pretty much to come back into the game. How many long balls they hit tonight? That's just got them right back on the front foot. And that should be easy for any decent defender to deal with.
Yeah, then as they got tired at Celtic, they started playing balls around the back, didn't they? Bello was just taking them to pieces. I think he's a bit tired now. I don't think he's come forward as much as he's probably wanted to. I think
it's like Freckleton,
yeah. So I think he maybe a bit of a tired legs from Bello now, but he's run a shift really, and he's coming now to try and get the ball back. But he's giving away a free kick there on Duran. Just kept going, but I think he's tired as well now. And McGregor in midfield and Trusty as well, probably a little bit tired legs out there.
I hate banging on about players that have gone, but they had Dyson, incredible work rate and goals in the left-hand side. To be replaced by Yang, I don't think so. You've gone from an 8 to a 5. Do you know what I mean? It's like all that work rate and it's like, oh, you know, and I'm just a massive fan of that, and it'd be Ipswich who get to take advantage of how hard he worked. But you need a mixture of all that. I'm not sure there's enough hard work in industry in this team. And desire, the passion that he gives. And then the example that sets others. When you see Tsinecki lose the ball, or Yang, all one-footed lose the ball. You know what I mean? It's like that. And although I'm a big fan of Duran, I think he needs to be against the team in the front foot. Tonight wasn't tailor-made for him. Not at all, anyway. Duran on the ball, if he got anything going here, he's won his side of corner kick. There might still be a last hurrah and get an equaliser, then they're back to penalties, aren't they?
Yeah, but LASK have not given hope throughout this game, and I think they've increased in the hope and the confidence that they've had ever since that first goal went in. They never looked like they were going to sort of give up. As soon as Celtic scored, it wasn't heads down for them. It sort of gave them more confidence that, all right, well, this is just a higher mountain that we've got to climb now. There's a bit of extra extra thing that we've got to do, but they've done it as the ball is whipped in here, headed away, but towards the far post it goes. It's bouncing around, nobody can quite get onto the end of it. It's not clear. Cowan on the right hand side, he'll in swing it, it's a low one. Good defending though in the end. And then still not find the clear. Freckleton gets it downfield. And Iran just plays it off into Lang. Can he get away from his man? He can. Denek has done well. Denek turns away, he can't quite get the shot off. He's done well. Has he gone down inside the box? It is, it's a penalty. It is a penalty to LASK. And well, Hatate it is who has brought him down inside of the box. He can't quite believe it, but Denek, with so much strength to get away from the two Celtic defenders, has won his side a penalty.
Well, he cuts inside the first man, and then Hatate gets a leg across. He didn't need to do that. It's desperation, isn't it? And if he wriggles through and gets his shot away, that's probably it. Did he get a little bit of the ball attacking? Maybe he did. And then you're judging, was he upside? Maybe a bit harshly judged, but anyway, it's going to be Adeniran, I think, to take the penalty.
It will be Adeniran then to take this penalty kick.
For a hat-trick.
Yeah, for a hat-trick. And probably will surely seal the deal. I mean, Celtic 5 minutes, but as we've worked out, really, is never say never within this game, but we'll find out. Adeniran then, big deep breath from him, takes a run up, and so it's saved. It's back out though. It's saved by Sinisilo, and it's cleared away by Celtic. He smashed it down to the goalkeeper's left-hand side.
Well, God forbid that this game's never clear. Like, you know, we've still got 5 minutes, and Celtic 5 minutes to take it into penalties. I don't know, I can't believe that he didn't make that stick, but they've got a corner kick, so the flag's still waving. In Linz, I'm sure that they're now absolutely feeling great about things, and time running out for Celtic.
Yes, indeed, they've got to do something here, maybe try and catch LASK out on the break. We'll find out. They've got to be quick with this corner, says the referee. They've got to play it in. It's one arm raised by Lang. Just plays it short, doesn't he, onto Bayamba. He tries to get it inside the box. He does do so. Good turn from Denek. Can he quite get the shot off? He can't. Plays it back out. In-swinger towards the far post. Freckleton with the head, hacked away. Bello tries to get it back inside. It's finally cleared by Celtic. Back across to Denek. Ho is up against him. Denek sort of is using his strength. Ho has to go long downfield with it. It's headed, but Celtic pick it up in the middle of the park here. Onto the left-hand side it goes to Tenetki. Tenetki tries to get the ball inside to McCowan, does do so, but they've had to go back towards the defenders, sort of restart things now with Murray. Murray onto the right-hand side. Ralston has to go to the left, switching it from right to left at the moment, Celtic. Still on this left-hand side, Abango comes out to try and cover. Just passing it around the back, and it's a bit like LASK, where they're trying to find somewhere to break through the LASK defence this time, Celtic, aren't they? It's sort of roles reversed, they're just sort of passing it around the back at the moment, but LASK staying strong. Yeah,
they can't find a cross in. They need to creep closer. But there's only a point putting the ball in when they've got numbers in the box. So they're finding that difficult to do right now. They look tired and out of ideas, don't they? As they're forced backwards to the halfway line, maybe down the right. But then a lack of control with that ball from Ralston. And again, ball goes backwards. You've got to control it and move it, don't you, if you try to find the gaps. But at the moment they can't, Celtic.
Yeah, indeed. The last time LASK faced a Scottish opposition was in 2021. They were beating St Johnstone 3-1 on aggregate in the Conference League qualifying. However, LASK have never won at home to Scottish visitors. They've drawn 2 and lost 1, scoring 4 goals and conceding 5. And within that, but they have managed to pick up the ball on the left-hand side then. with Lang, and he'll go chasing down towards the corner flag. Can he try and seal the deal? It's Lang. All the way he goes, brings it back onto his right and then left foot. It's a bit of a scramble, comes back out, and that shot is awful. Well, that is really poor there.
Well, that's McCowan. McCowan losing the ball again. He's come on and he's been a bit of a disaster, to be honest. He seems to have gone backwards in his career with Celtic. From being, he might, to one of those players really. So there's too many bits that need cutting out, I think, out of this Celtic squad. Too many positions where they're poor. They haven't given up just yet. Maybe a chance here. Tanecki, can he deliver a good ball in? No, he can't. That ball headed away at the near post.
Yes, indeed. A minute and a half plus, of course, any additional time. I don't think there'll be much added on by the referee. Of course, LASK's only appearances in Europa Cup and Champions League with qualifying stages in 1965 and 2019. So we'll move down onto the right-hand side. Freckleton does well, though. Of course, he knows this squad quite well, playing against them as he breaks away down the left-hand side, plays it into Bello. Bello charging forward and after conserving a little bit of energy himself, just heads down towards the corner flag, doesn't he? And McGregor's there alongside him. Ball is moved on the inside though to Lang. Lang cuts inside to that right foot, can't quite get the shot off though. Back out, it's a really hard ball though, back at Freckleton onto Bello. The overlap is LASK. Just played down, tries to get tried to get a throw in or a corner there, but the ball came back off of himself. We'll see the penalty again. Good save from Sinisilo. It wasn't quite in the corner though, was it, from Adeniran?
No, it just allowed him an opportunity. He guessed the right way, and it wasn't the worst penalty, but it was a very good save.
Yes, indeed. Celtic, can they try and find something here though? We're into the additional time. Put up by the fourth official. 1 minute. They have 1 minute to try and find an equaliser within this game. Well, Celtic did have a throw in. It's gone the way of LASK. Actually, it came off of the Celtic man last. Just hold with 5 fingers now. He's got 5 seconds to try and take this throw in. 2,
2, 1, off we go. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, don't mess about. I think that's a good ruling. And so LASK haven't been wasting too much time, have they really? I think they've always had that momentum from a long way out now, and here they come. Freckleton again, driving right through the middle. It's all opened up. A great cross in, and then they nearly finished it off with another goal. There's a dab at the ball at the far post. Quite how that wasn't goal number 6 for LASK. But they've scored the last 5, and it looks like that's going to be enough. Referee's called it, and there we go. So LASK 5, Celtic 1 means that LASK win 5-4 on aggregate. Celtic were 1-0 up on the night, 4-0 up on aggregate. And for Martin O'Neill and his side, a bitter pill. But LASK got what they deserved. They didn't give up. They've been brilliant tonight. Scoreline LASK 5, Celtic 1. Thanks for joining us.
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck!